Hello. Okay, it's working. Hello, Captain Salt. We shall go in tonight. Why? Yeah, for Intervallo, nice. Going to the oddly specific mafia. Hello, Grief. Hello, cats. How long is this Intervallo? Is it for it's a one-off, or will we have a two-parter of this Intervallo? Hello, Humble Matthew. It's been a while. Hello, Amy. Very nice to see you here. It's all out. I know that it's all out. I mean, am I gonna be able to read everything and just do it? I know it's just 14 stages. Also, I do want the wolf, the furry wolf, Heathcliff. He looks kind of cool, you know? I was able to do it pretty fast with just the middle IDs, and I know you meta slave, so... Yeah, I have all the meta characters that are gonna absolutely destroy all of the things. Heathcliff. Oh, by the way, you've spoken to me on the Discord, which is fun. Oh, nice! Meta is so lame, by the way. Honestly, I play for the story. If I want to have fun with odd IDs, I play Arknights. When they're like 4 middle IDs, yes, I have the 4 middle IDs. I don't have the new IDs because I don't feel like it. The middle IDs are great with freaking Don Quixote. No, actually, don't even use Don Quixote middle ID. That ID is kind of trash. It's better if you use how's this called? Queen of Hatred, because she works much better in a full NVA team. Mid Dawn is very mid. Mid Clear it's kind of good. Mid Mile it's good. Mid Salt it's something. It's an ID. You play Minecraft at all? Yes! We play Minecraft sometimes. But this is Limbus Company, why are you asking? If you do a middle team, they're all good, to be honest. I mean... they are acceptable, okay? No problem, Matthew. Yes, we play Minecraft. There's a whole Minecraft series. You can check my channel. I was just... sorry. Perhaps we're getting a Matthias Auris ID and probably a Ricardo ID. Hopefully we get more IDs. More middle IDs, because the current ones are too good and too mid, you know? Very mid. I wouldn't even say that Mid Salt, it's kind of bad. I cried this Intervallo. Oh, okay. I had to have a certain required senior step in for one fight, but otherwise I was indeed just the 4 middle Grief. I will just play meta, destroy everything with meta, just win rate, and relax reading the freaking story, you know, because the story is the important part. Anyways, we're gonna start now. Hello, squad. How are you tonight? Welcome to my beautiful stream where we play Twining Threads. We're just gonna win rate. We're gonna beat the shit out of whatever the fuck happens. We're gonna get the furry Heathcliff, and that's what's gonna happen tonight. Play base sceners. I don't even have them leveled up, okay? I cooperate. Oh, okay. Nah, that makes sense, Matthew. That makes sense, Matthew. No problem. Furry Heathcliff. Yes, we have the Furry Heathcliff. So let's just start. As you can see, I already have 220 thingies. 220 thingies. So pretty easy to get those things, you know? They were gonna fight some furries in a human con. Oh, okay. I have an Excantus specifically made around fucking over the meta. You know, okay, let's check. Let's check what do we have here. Okay, first I have a lot of lunacy. An insane amount of lunacy. I have an insane amount of modules. I have vouchers for everything. I have this, I'm not opening this. I have enough to shard whatever the fuck I want. I have shards. I am pull for Mommy Road. Yeah, I'm not pulling for that. I'm just gonna shard it. I don't even want new IDs. You wanna spend it on that Mommy Furry? Nah, we're just gonna get it later. Actually, I realized something. In this thing... Oh, right. I just finished this and I just finished this. Okay, so in... I think it's level 80. Yeah, in level 80, you get this. That is a guaranteed deck extraction ticket for this season. So I'm just gonna let IDs pile up there. And when I get to that point, I'm just gonna pull and hopefully I get a new ID and save some shards, you know? I got duped thanks to that ticket. Yeah, I am going to let IDs pile. I'm gonna save everything, and at the end of the season, I'm gonna pull. I mean, I have 400 already, 490. It's pretty easy. Like, sure, I'm getting everything, so whatever. Thank God, Ring Fauvia Salt didn't power creep Prince Salt. Oh, okay. And the only things that I have right now to get it's the 2 ring IDs. And this one now, since I'm not gonna pull for it. We'll wait. I only have 3 IDs in the season out of 12. How unlucky can I be? You just need to save shards. Getting all the IDs is super easy. I have everything except this one, because this one I cannot purchase. But I have everyone from this. I have all the IDs here. Except these 2. Everything that's meta I have. Was there really ever a chance Ring Salt would power creep Prince Salt? Though, okay. From what I heard, Framer Salt is peak. Wayne, do you have the Kira announcer? Fuck if I know. I don't even know how to see announcers. I have a lot of Limbus Company. Lobotomy Corp announcers. No, I don't have Kira. Oh, I have the Battle Pass. That's the only thing you have to get in this game, the Battle Pass. You don't have to buy anything else, just buy the Battle Pass. No, I don't have Kira. But I use Dante, so he doesn't yap that much, you know? The announcers are actually... The announcers are actually fucking annoying. I like them, but they are so fucking annoying. They talk too much and make fucking battles take forever. When you just want to win rate, you know? Okay, cats. Bro, Green, Wei Don is crying in the corner. Wei Don? What? Queen of Hatred yap a lot. Another one that yaps a lot. 1 second, guys. Another one that yaps a lot is fucking Angela from Lobocorp. She yaps so fucking much. She never shuts the fuck up. And she yaps in a language. So, see, it's a language. I cannot even understand what she's saying. She just talks and talks. Angela yaps way too much. Yeah, she yaps so fucking much. Anyways, we're gonna go. I'm gonna present you the team now. I have a team for story that is basically just the meta characters, everybody at level 60. Just Los Mariachis Jefe Sinclair, because Sinclair has trash IDs, and that one makes one of my IDs actually stronger. So we're just gonna go and win rate. Treat your hate. You want me to treat Heishudan? Why would I even level her up? She's not even that good. She's just there to be there. What the fuck is Heshu Heathcliff doing there? Heshu Heathcliff is the best Heathcliff right now. Also, he buffs Heshu Pack, you know? Aren't Pinky Apprentice Sinclair meta? I mean, he's meta, but come on, it's not that high, you know. It's like secondary meta. I would say that it's an off, okay? It's the off. Not of meta. He's actually meta, but he's not OP, okay? Heathcliff is the coolest issue ammo. He also heal Aura Farms while he burns himself alive. Yeah, he's absolutely badass. Funeral. Mexican Sinclair is used for pick support. Yeah, the Mexican Sinclair, it's a great support because it makes the first of your IDs deal fuck tons of damage. It's great. Meta for burn, I guess. Honestly, the only reason you need to mix and match those things is if you're playing Mirror Dungeons, because in normal fights you only care about the clashes. There's not really any good way to make everything just pile up that much. Heathcliff isn't good for burn now. If you have gifts, yes. Anyways, let's read. A funeral was held for Martin and the LCE researchers today. I thought I'd seen more than my fair share of deaths throughout my journey with the sinners. Okay, wait, if there is ever an American identity, I'm putting Morocco. Oh my god, Ishmael. But never before had I witnessed these many people gather in one place to mourn the deceased together. The unfamiliarity made me feel a bit out of place. Am I doing this right? Most of the sinners seem to be feeling that similar sense of being out of their element as well. Some of them were asking Mersault, apparently the most knowledgeable of them all, when it came to funeral process and etiquette. All manners of questions for pointers. Expressing respect is the primary purpose. Hand placement and gestures are unimportant if that objective can be accomplished. Hey, where do I put this? Beneath the third pillar to the right. Can any of you quit chatting for 1 second? Have you all forgotten the instructions to carry yourselves with solemn propriety that befits the occasion? Cut me some slack. I haven't been to a funeral all that much. I mean, I did tell you to read the manual. I even underlined all the important parts for you. Come on, who reads a manual of fucking funerals? Sorry, Ishii. The wall of text was just too much for me. My focus started phasing out from page 30 onwards. Hadn't every sinner here attended a funeral before? Back when we set foot in that grim manor in T-Corp? Those speakers of the funeral held in young Heathcliff's manor. Those though not. The one bereft of the dead? Bereft of the dead? I mean, someone had to have died. Because there wouldn't have been a property dispute big enough to involve the Alfie Association's notarization otherwise. I've said this time and again, but it was just an intentional anonymity to prevent family strife. Intentional anonymity? Is it? The situation was indeed as thou sayest. Then there was no helping it, forsooth. Yet, 'tis a pity that the dead wasn't named at their own funeral. The name of the deceased was... It was Catherine's funeral. She was very dear to Heathcliff. I have thoroughly reviewed the past 5 years' worth of local newspapers pertaining to the matter, yet no such name relevant to the case was identified, manager. It's fine, Clockhead. At least you remember. That's good enough, ain't it? I fucking love Heathcliff. Why would you read the manual to use a microwave? It's just a microwave. You put your dick in and try to make it bigger with radiation. That's how microwaves work, right? Anyways, it had to be the Golden Bow's influence. Somewhere along the way, everyone's memories of the event at Wuthering Heights had become warped. The sinners seemed to think that the Golden Bow had always been there in the manor, and that Nellie was coaxed into stealing it by Herman. Linton in their minds was now a grieving brother who had been conducting research for his dead sister's sake. Nobody questioned it. Not Don Quixote, not Faust. Every single sinner believed the twisted version of the memory, as if it was proven fact. Too many buttons. Okay, I give you that. Heathcliff and I gave up trying to correct them. Instead, we just check in on each other's memories every now and then. Because if there's something that he and I realized, it was that anything tied to Catherine had already been painted over, every detail gilded and glossed over, with a glow of the bow. The point is, how should I put this? The circumstances of the funeral didn't exactly leave us much room to properly express our condolences back then. Between Heathcliff running on a rampage and that Hindley guy bent on interfering with the execution of the will, I said that sort of impediment was pretty common stuff for funerals, but apparently not, huh? Oh no, well, I think it's actually rare to see a place that follows proper funeral procedures. I've traveled around quite a bit myself, but I can't confidently say that I've ever been to a legitimate funeral. The one at Wuthering Heights was one of the more proper funerals, if only for pretending to have a process. They at least prepared a coffin and even had a formal reading of the will. It seems funerals are far from being an everyday custom in the city. Funerals are considered a rather extravagant practice here as well. Corporations are not eager to grant time offs just because an irrelevant someone has died, and the price of real estate seldom makes it viable to buy land and erect memorials houses on it. Then what other options do people usually have? We used to just leave them where they died, and after one night's sleep, the bodies were gone. Just like that. Oh my god. Yeah, very clanker. Better than paying loads of money to bury him somewhere just to have that steer up a load of daft rumors, huh? Rumors? You know, rumors about there being valuables buried in the bodies, or an arm being some fancy prosthesis, all that rot. Better to let the dead go in peace than to bury them in a grave, just for some sod to later desecrate it. Hello, Began, how are you? Welcome to stream. In Hongyuan, people tend to set up graves if they have enough room to spare. Of course, there wasn't a guarantee they wouldn't lose the burial room by the next restructuring day. Hoheim scoffed and hung his head. Otios foolishness, all of it. Comforting the soul of the departed, another mendacity. All those funds so carelessly squandered, all for the purpose of furnishing the living with a fragile excuse to cling on. Are those words from his heart, or just something said to convince himself? Whichever was the truth, I couldn't see the look on his face, with his head tucked so low. The funeral didn't last long. It was just a brief moment of silence, followed by a few quick goodbyes that were short still. The ceremony came to a close once Alisa, who was still in recovery, came to pay her final respect. The flames devoured the coffins of Martin and the other researchers, announcing the end of their existence with the crackle of the firewood. So, I suppose you'll be living now. Wait, what? Hatsune Miku guy? No, what? Good news then. What are you talking about, Ishmael? Oh, we're staying until Gregor's is stable enough to travel. Dante says we'll remain here until Gregor's condition settles. Gregor came to his senses again a few days after his unforeseen metamorphosis in the battle against the Thumb Nurse Father. He was given a checkup and Hoheim said there is no cause for concern. Basically, that is, the psychological assessment turned up disastrous, to say the least. Gregor was declared unfit for combat deployment for the time being. So, you won't be leaving just yet. Good to know. Then I assume you'll be okay with us borrowing Sinclair for a while. Sinclair? Guys! She likes vampires. She likes twinks. Oh no. Bunny, hi, it's been a while. Yes, they are getting Gregor pregnant. With bugs. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's gonna pick Twinkler, absolutely. Me? Yes, you. The LCE wants to look into the sign you manifested, Sinclair. Alright, he's actually fucking goated. The higher-ups didn't waste a second greenlighting the project, which means that what I'm telling you is more a notice of investigation than a request for permission. Aye, been a while. Got hit with heavy stuff coming back. Well, I'm glad that you're back, and I am sorry about hearing that. What investigation? What are you... It's just a rather rudimentary instance of human experimentation. Calm yourself. Human experimentation! Did you really have to put it like that, boss? Not to worry, Sinclair. A swipe or two of your skin and maybe some talk therapy. That's all there is to it. Of course, if we had your consent, the avenues of research could be vastly... Oh, no, I am not giving you my consent. For your reference, the other departments have also submitted some quite enthusiastic requests for research and observational purposes. Sinclair accidentally summons the baby version himself using the sign? Oh my god. Nice that you're better, Bunny. Red Lady, Red Gregor, Identity, Blue Martin, Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku! Miku! Anyways, oh, you have no idea. We had to get Boss to fend off the LCA's Mirror World Observatorium department and their hissy fits. They wanted to be the first ones to get their hands on you and spearhead the research, you see? And had we allowed them, they'd have kept you for a good few months before letting you go. So the least you could do is to thank us with being a good boy and cooperate. Yes, Sinclair, Twinkclair, be a good boy. Just in time. Our researchers are here. That a long name for a science thing. Very, very long. Alyssa waved at the researchers who were filing out of the funeral hall after paying their respects. It wasn't long before Sinclair found himself surrounded on all sides. We're losing Sinclair, guys. Wait, I am perfectly capable of walking there on my own, so just don't run any painful tests on me. Of course. Stay strong, Sinclair. All I could do was to offer an unspoken encouragement to Sinclair, who sounded ready to collapse into full-blown panic any minute. He becomes... Oh my god, I can't believe that Sinclair becomes a caller, you know? What about you? You're not going with them? Oh, it's back to the long-term recovery ward for me. I always thought scientific research was the one thing that flamed my passion, but with the recent events having introduced me to the merits of Bates' sick leave, I realized that time off Bates research projects in my book, marginally. Enjoy it while it lasts. I highly suspect that every request for PTO submitted by our department will be rejected for the rest of the year. I mean, you kind of died. I mean, a lot of people died. She's gonna use an abnormality Shingalong to use on Sinclair. My god. Very kinky. Well, it's true your average corporation doesn't give more than a week off a year. As soon as Alyssa trudged off with her dragging steps, the researcher seized Sinclair and whisked carried him away. Didn't Alyssa explode? No, she didn't explode. Alright, we should get going too. Also, remember that now that we know that Faust can explode without exploding with the ego, maybe Alyssa had the ego, you know? Watch all the seniors become a caller after reaching the final. That would be great, you know? I think she tried to explode, but I guess she actually has the ego, so she's not gonna die. And now Faust has the true ego, so she doesn't die either. Actually, wait, really good way to make that idea actually usable without her blowing herself up. Anyways, do you all have somewhere else to be? Well, I thought I'd go visit Gregor. I'm worried about him. Got something I said I'd help with. Gotta be there for it. I'm going with Sinclair to get some rest. Also to keep an eye on the researchers and stop them if they try anything fishy with experiments. Let me know later if you need anything, Dante. Alyssa used her ego, so she survives using her S32. Yes, she has the ego. Bunniest. Hey, how are you? Oh, bang, you're here. Hi, welcome to stream. The seniors fanned out in different directions. They seem to have their own errands to run during our stay in the LCE. Okay, I find it funny that her S32 is a nerf to her S3. I mean, it deals a lot of damage. Alyssa Burn, Hatsune Miku guy applies rupture if he dies. Blue guy can't die. Good point. I ignored you, cats. I am sorry, I didn't read. Something about 5 fingers? What? I'm sorry, you can repeat yourself. I don't have that much chat room. Everyone's busy with their own thing. The only ones skipping the company now were Ryoshu, who'd been feeling the air around thick with cigarette smoke, and Don Quixote, who was sniffing and asking around at every corner. My theory is that the finale, Ryoshi will take over or dismantle all 5 fingers. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let me play this one and now I'll tell you if I think that's true. Anyways. The only ones keeping me company were Ryoshi, who'd been filing the air around with filling the air around thick with cigarette smoke, and Don Quixote, who was sniffing and asking around at every corner for Vespa in a valiant quest for the new color fix's whereabout. Faust was still here too, staring blankly into the air. Is she accessing the Gesellschaft? You seem to have some time to spare, manager. As I stood there, wondering what I should do next to pass the time, Hohenheim, who had apparently finished tackling and signing the stack of papers, walked over to me. This makes things rather convenient. There's something I had intended to discuss with you and Senior Ryoshu, a matter that requires your assistance. Faust server. I think Faust server actually kicked her out. I don't know why, but let's keep watching. What kind of assistance? WKOA. Say CH. Wait a minute. Did Ryoshu just step in as my interpreter? It's not that I don't appreciate her gesture, especially since she'd usually snap at me and tell me to find someone else to interpret whenever the issue came up. Oh, she's nice now. But I can't help but doubt whether her choice method of interpretation actually accomplishes anything. There is, I must admit, a certain novelty in witnessing the reconstitution of what requires interpretation into yet another linguistic form equally demanding of it. Yeah, you made click clocks into letters. Very good. The server tends to do that when they think they're gonna get in the way. Yeah. When the translation needs a translator. Yeah, we need another translator. It would seem we are in need of more manpower. Scratching his head, Hohenheim looked around for a moment, before coming to a sudden pause, as though an idea had crossed his mind. At the end of his gaze was a certain someone who was busy badgering LCCA employees with her relentless questioning. Don Quixote! Who else, pray, might know where he is, if thou knowest not? Now listen closely. The one I seek is a bearer of a hair fashion in the likeness of a bone. You there, why don't you join us too? Huh? Those speak of me? Ryoshu growth. The translator needs a translator. And sadly, the translator of the translator is being experimented on, you know? Poor of them. The LCCA personnel who were cornered by Don Quixote and her rather forceful interrogation regarding Vespa's whereabouts took the opportunity and fled the scene without so much as a backward glance the moment the captor turned her head to answer Hohenheim. Yeah, they escaped. Hi, Bean, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Indeed, there is a task that requires your assistance. But I have yet more words to trade with the most noble yellow harpoon. You seek to emulate the virtue of chivalry. Does that entail turning down the earnest plea of those in need? A 3-way translator. Oh yeah, it's gonna be interesting. For the sake of clarity and distinction, it would be prudent to assign you a different identifier from that of my assistant. You're to be number 2. That is, assistant number 2. I have not yet concluded my exchange with the yellow harpoon, but no true knight would abandon those who call for aid. Pray, speak thy quest. How may I be of service of thee? Okay, wait. My favorite part is when Ryoshu pegs Sinclair on the Herobrine Shrine to bring Araya back, and Araya solos go, what the fuck? That's too much fanfiction, you know? Delegating the interpretation of the manager's speech to Sinner 4 has proven to be counterproductive. As such, your task will be to report to me what the manager says. Oh, that is indeed a simple task. However, this WKOA elude my understanding as well. Brady, allow me but a little time to uncover its mystery. Relay the manager words, not Sinner's Ryoshi. Why would Ryoshi pick Sinclair? That's not the thing that scares me, that confuses me, you know? It's what the fuck is Herobrine doing with the Goku? Anyways, relay the manager words, not the Sinner's Ryoshi. They are asking you what kind of assistance you need. The request for interpretation was not directed to you, but I cannot deny that your meddling in the present circumstance is a welcome one. It was simply what the irrationality and inefficiency of your suboptimal staffing choice and workflow have become sufficiently unbearable. Faust hopes this was not some guileful scheme devised to elicit Faust's cooperation. In any case, manager, this request of mine concerns an investigation into the back doors, located in the House of Spiders. The back doors? Guys, we're going to the back doors! Oh my god! It's the movie coming out! Oh my goodness gracious! When we're gonna see a Bloodfiend use Mang? Soon, I'm sure. Wait, we have seen some of the IDs of Don Quixote use Mang, you know? What the fuck, Israel? I deem that the two of you should be the ones most familiar with the structure and layout of the house. After all, you were the ones monitoring the entirety of the 5 prolonged assault operations, and Senior Force familiarity does not bear repeating. Do we go to the House of Spiders right away? HOSRI. You have assisted enough. Perhaps we could help Faust? Sure. Although not word for word. Faust relayed my intention to Hohenheim, who responded by shaking his head. Not immediately, no. There is one more member you should bring along. One more member? The horns have a Mang. Yes. Yes, Index Dawn, it's goated. Seeing me tilting my head, Hohenheim pushed up his glasses. The apprentice who was captured alive in the House of the Spiders. Kira! Kira's with us! Kira, she has regained consciousness. Kira! I liked Kira very much, you know. I was there. I even helped Ryoshu pick Sinclair and I manifested my inner Ahab to protect myself. Okay, I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you completely. Survivor. I cried for this. Oh no. The place Hohenheim led us to looked less like a recovery ward and more like an interrogation chamber. Though every single medical equipment installed around seemed to be state-of-the-art. Some sanity loss efficient down. Okay. But the hell is the evil dark energy Mag Trust? I don't know if you're saying the truth, cats. This place looks well equipped. Yeah, I am happy that she survived. Probably a direct order from upper management. Although, technologies to restore lost body parts are common enough in the city, a facility of this kind is required to preserve the original form of her lower body in the reconstruction process while keeping the cost reasonable. Reasonable? Do I want to ask how expensive the other options are? If this counts as reasonable. Fuck, I want chocolate. Oh, chocolate's always good, you know. Ooh, a Kit Kat. She became a Kit Kat bar. A windowless room, thick with a sharp scent of medicine and chemicals. Oh well, she's in one piece now. She's in one piece at least. Kira was sitting on the bed at the center of the room, kicking her feet as she regarded us. For someone recovering from bisection, she didn't look much different from how she'd appeared when we'd seen her through the Cedar's shared vision. Hello, Kira. She was captured alive for the extraction of information, yes. How far along is the progress of the extraction? It hasn't even begun, actually. We are waiting until the lines of information that warrant questioning can be isolated. So far, all available personnel have been fully engaged in analyzing the documents and items discovered in the House of Spiders. Then what's she even doing here? There is work to be done, contingent upon information obtainable only from a recent inhabitant of the House of Spiders. And following a discussion with the upper management, I have decided to put you to use as the company had originally intended. No TV, no comic books, just a super prickly glare and a cold shoulder whenever I ask for something to pass the time. And now you suddenly need my help, huh? Give me one reason I should cooperate. Okay, I have a very, very important reason. You are in one piece. You are in one piece. Hohan didn't so much as twitch an eyebrow at Kira's biting tone. He merely gave her a nod with a steely, imperturbable expression. I didn't ask for your help. put you to use, I believe is what I said. Huh? Your survival is not incidental. It is a result of a calculation. The company anticipates a potential profit by keeping you alive. Expected gain, as the term goes. The One Piece is real. It's Kira. Kira was the One Piece all along. Cat is going crazy? Perhaps. Yeah, she's very cute. I agree with you. Anyways, without such a forecast of the company's part, you would have already been disposed of. The upper management consists of people who would be disinclined to tolerate the daily maintenance and depreciation costs of this room, if they don't have their current numbers. Just get some chocolate. Which brings us to the next point. Should you insist on maintaining this uncooperative attitude, the company may decide to convene a meeting to reassess your worth, or shall we say, lack thereof, in its projected income statement. Well, suffice to say that such a reassessment would skew heavily against your favor. The outcome would be a recommendation for immediate disposal. Hohenheim always had a way with words that could prickle and sting. But with Kira, it almost felt as if he'd traded the usual thorn off for a sharper knife, instead of twisting it right where it hurt. I'm dead meat as soon as my usefulness runs out, anyways. It's not like you're gonna let me live. Not after I killed a bazillion of your guys. So you anticipated some form of corporate-level retaliatory response against your person. That is indeed a curious line of reasoning. Then I must tell you that, unlike your typical backstreet syndicates, such as the Middle, corporate entities of the city tend to avoid choices that may incur losses. The value of the information that could be extracted from an apprentice of the Middle, and the combat prowess honed under the tutelage of the Great Brother of the Middle, these two considerations are likely what increase your value in the eyes of the company. You're an asset. You just became a fucking asset. She looks more starved than Papa Quixote. She doesn't look starved. She looks buff as fuck. You got zero self-respect, huh? You should consider yourself fortunate. Huh? The heck are you on about? I think Hohenheim will still hold grudges. Absolutely. Other companies will not solicit your cooperation by means of a verbal exchange. Your interrogation would simply open your cranium, harvest your brain, and extract any and all necessary information without going through intermediary steps such as this. Even without resorting to such methods, the range of available means to compel the disclosure of information is practically limitless. Oh my god, the face. Truth serums, hypnotic suggestions, electrical shocks, and stimulations. And of course, procedures utilizing distortions and abnormalities. He's angry. That being said, the LCE department prefers to distance itself from such uncivilized approaches that may entail complications and after effects. I do hope that we share a similar predilection. You're so freaking annoying, you know that, mister. The feeling is entirely mutual. Leaving the biting chill of his threat to sink in, Hohenheim turned towards the exit. Give her some push and bring her along. I don't quite seem to be myself today. Disregard that. That too was a rather foolish thing to say. I will defer this matter to you, manager. Work of this sort likely falls more within your capabilities than my own. I mean, I think he's still angry because of Martin, you know? Can Hohenheim solo nerf Kira, though? Absolutely. Hohenheim is very strong. With a big bird ego, you know? This Intervallo has 40 notes. No, it's 14. It's 14. And with that, Hohenheim stepped out of the room, leaving me to deal with Kira. His reaction was understandable. The LCE had only just finished laying its dead researchers to rest. Kira was probably the last person anyone would want to face right now, much less speak to. Her jacket is so big, bro. Her jacket is so cute. What should I even say to persuade her? I was still caught in thought when someone quite unexpectedly made her way to Kira. Yoshihide? You. Heard you got stabbed in the back by Matthias. That's not true. Papa wasn't landing a fatal blow unless he cut through me too. That's why he did exactly that, to aim for the enemy's head. Besides, he made the right choice. A little sacrifice ain't a thing in a family. That's so sad. Huh, family. Coming from him. A middle mutt thrown out of his kernel. Doesn't it sound ridiculous even to you? Just wait. I'm just judgment bird. You go. That would be so fucking goated. That's thrown out. That fucker Matthias was a great brother only by technicality. He fucked up badly. He was still family by name, but underneath it, everyone hoped he'd disappear quietly on his own. He was that family member nobody wanted around. Same treatment for me, being his brat. Not surprising, it's the ST for the bowl cut too. Same tastes? Huh, young Ryoshu. Could it be that though also does harbor a passionate zeal for fix? I quickly clapped a hand over Don Quixote's mouth as she smoothly chimed into the conversation. Yeah, shut her up. So what exactly is your point? The point is, you're taking too long. You can't decide whether you want to live or die. I can't shorten the hesitation. CQ, or I'll sink right this instant. What does that mean? Cooperate quietly, or I'll snap your neck completely. Right this instant. Sink isn't such a bad way to go if you're keen on taking the loyalty act straight to the grave. Huh, this is so crappy. Whatever, I get it, okay? I'll talk if that's what you want so bad. That actually worked? I mean, I don't think she wants to die. Fixers who go out in a blaze of glory aren't actually the strong ones. It's the ones who survive, the ones who live to see another day and keep getting stronger. Anyway, Yoshihide, what's up with you taking in weird-ass abbreviations? Like, sink? That's so random. Who even says that? Ryosha didn't bother to reply and simply chewed on the mouth end of her cigarette. But is this really the right call? To her, we're probably people she needs to settle a score with. As if. Half her tattoos are gone, clock. They even confiscated her book. You think the middle sorry excuse of loyalty means so much for this stray that she'd bite us? Besides, no, better hear it from her instead. Hey, tell me why Matthias kicked the bucket. That's cause Papa was weaker than you all. Ha. Yeah, you're the jerk brat, alright. Kira pushed herself up from the bed with a sore face, but at least she didn't argue back. And we called Hohenheim, who'd been waiting outside, back in. I assume the prisoner was successfully persuaded. Come. You will find your weapon on the table. You may use it in the event of an emergency. What the hell? I can't even unsheath it. You won't be able to use it without authorization. The code has been slightly adjusted. I mean, it's fair. We don't want her going fucking berserk with us, you know? They took her source of brain rot. Oh, they took her phone. She can no longer scroll shorts. Her brain's gonna start growing and realize that the meal is kind of shitty. I don't want Kira to die either, Ishmael. I really don't want Kira to die. Yeah, I didn't know the book buffed the meal. I think the book is just like, since all the books contain the same information, she could write down what she wants, and the middle would come and try to rescue her. Taking off the tattoos, that's important. They took her tongue Sahur, the bat. Oh my god. Now, then, let us head to the House of Spiders at once. The back door is up and waiting for us. We made our way to the House of Spiders, with Kira trailing behind us, looking like she was smelling something particularly fishy on us. I mean, I wouldn't trust them either, you know? You're still just... You know? Okay. Oh my god, poor guy. Wait. Yeah, look, this is absolutely goated, you see? You see all this? These are good ideas. We have so many meta ideas here. The tattoos are basically an augmentation without replacing your body parts. Yeah, that's cool. I really like the tattoos. Only a few days had passed since our last visit, but the place looked markedly different from what we remembered. The sight of the hollow, frigid atmosphere and the endless stretch of corridors hadn't changed. But Callisto's so-called artworks were now covered in white sheets, and unfamiliar devices were affixated all around the back doors. Prithee, who might those people either be? Okay, he looks kind of funny. It's Among Us, guys, it's Among Us. The problem is when they're like Queen Quake that mess with the freaking brain. Oh, true. Looks like some shady bastard moved in already. Our guarded reaction prompted Hohenheim to step forward and gesture to one of the oddly dressed figures. It seems introductions are in order for both sides. This is team leader Alan from Wayfarer Company, who will be working with us on the investigation of the house's back door. Wayfarer Company? That's new. Is it from a comic or something, or the Distortion Detective? A corporate entity partnered with Limbus Company, responsible for providing portal technology. It has, on prior occasions, been referred to as the new or aspirant W Corp. Oh, well, thanks, Faust. Though the name is an unofficial one. Queen Quake, yeah, she must have been absolutely fucking insanely strong. Our employees also have taken to calling you the new L Corp, something we have in common, given that we're both chasing after the same horizon. Ah, I remember. That company vying to take W Corp's place, right? The same horizon. He's probably talking about getting recognized as a wing. After all, the old L Corp has already fallen, while W Corp, from what I've heard, is free falling at this point. Yeah, I think she was an ex-big sister. And these are the manager and the seniors of the LCB department, or field operation unit, frequently deployed to deal with on-site matters firsthand. They have more personal, but the rest are tied up with other duties elsewhere. Only a handful will be joining this investigation effort. I understand. Field operations units are almost always understaffed. Anyways, the support you've provided is more than sufficient. Oh, he has a face! Alan gave an understanding nod. The man slipped off his bulky helmet before extending his hand in greeting. Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's Alan, leader of Doorbridge Team 4. Achoo! Likewise. Before Faust could even relay my reciprocal greeting, words spilled out of Alan's mouth in a strangely uneven rhythm, as if my ticking didn't bother him at all, like he was sticking to a script he had rehearsed. I've heard great things about you, Manager Dante of Limbus Company, and the boss team's performance. You capitalized on the suppression of distortions at T-Corp as leverage to push your products, and the profits were nothing short of staggering, I heard. Profits? We got chicken! The only profits we saw were fucking chicken! Hello! Matthew, how are you? Alan. That's Alan. They're both blue. They're with Damien. Oh, I didn't even realize that, but I think it's a different shade of blue, you know? Well, yeah, we're supposed to be distortion resolving specialists to the public. But what's that product part about? I hope Alan and Alan meet and Alan get merced. Why? Okay, anyways, the manager says it was merely a matter of luck. They also look forward to working with you on this task. Oh, are you the interpreter? In that case, I'll be sure to consult the manager only when both of you are available. Sure. Faust didn't seem particularly pleased with the role Alan had pinned on her, but she nodded anyways. Okay, I am sorry, guys. I am really sorry, but I cannot. Fuck. Where? Okay, I don't know where. Okay, shh. 1 second. Diner, Park. I don't know. Why this is in my mind right now. This is in my mind right now, and this is the only thing I can hear when he says his name. You know. I hope you guys enjoy this. It's I think Jurassic Park 3. No, look. I Alan. See? That's the only thing I was thinking. It was the fucking dinosaur saying, Alan. Anyways, moving on to back to the normal thing. Jurassic Park 3. Bowers didn't seem particularly pleased with the role Alan had pinned on her, but she nodded anyways. I was thinking of Alan from Invincible. It's invincible, not invisible. Anyways, she quietly came to my side and answered my earlier question while Alan carried on with Hohenheim. He's referring to the Monolith Sales project. The credit was attributed to the LCB at the express request of Mr. Hubert, T Corp's executive director. Oh, so that's how the rumor spread, huh? What do you think? The next, well, PP is gonna be green. Well, it's something from the library. We are very close to Soto Capos, so I think it's gonna be the guys that make silk thread or something like that. Perhaps. Anyways, we've reviewed the agreements. Now I understand you'll be assisting in verifying what lies beyond the back doors. I'd appreciate it if you could share any prior knowledge you have about where these back doors connect, as detailed as you can make them, if you don't mind. His face is a little bit weird, you know. Hoyam fixed Kira with a pointed look. Though Kira responded by defiantly cocking her head in a show of irritation, she still gave up a sliver of the information she had. Honestly, I've got pretty much nothing if it's about Robo-Unk. Oh, Robo-Unk and his room. I mean, I've seen Albina heat up that door and the other one over there when she was popping out to farm stuff, but... Farm? Oh, it's gathering materials. I see. What kind of materials? Oh, you don't want to ask that. We've got Alan. There's no way we're going all the way back to the carnival that was 2 or 3 chapters earlier. True. I don't know then. Oh, no, I know. It's that guy that goes on top of the guy and the guy on top just shoots stuff. Perhaps that one. I don't even remember when Alan happens, you know. He's like a filler character. Josefu Justarda. Anyways. Cal or Yan? Yan would be cool. Anyways, I see. What kind of materials? Human guts and all that. She'd come back hauling piles of them. So they're probably connected to some backstreet area. The backstreets. Any more details? Can you stop prying? You're low-key pissing me off. Oh my god, she's like cats. Alan was the goated star of the city general reception. I don't even remember him. What? That's literally all I've got for real. For a moment, Alan leveled Kira with a stiff expression. And even before I could register what had happened, Kira's head jerked off to the side for a sudden punch by Alan. I thought Kira was nimble enough to dodge a surprise attack easily, but this one seemed to have caught her completely off guard. She stood there blinking, eyes round in rude surprise. Actually, it wasn't that he caught her off guard. It was the motion of the punch itself that somehow felt off. The fist being raised, the arm being extended, the blow making contact, the chain of actions were there, but it just didn't look normal. What the fuck is Alan? Alan will turn you red, sure. This is why I hate Alan. I mean, she was being a pissy little teenager. I mean, acting like a fucking pissy teenager. She needed some stern hand to make her realize in the problem she's in. So yeah, I agree with this punch. This is a good punch. Didn't really do damage to her, but it just to keep her in the right mindset, you know? Did you just hit me? What the hell's wrong with... As Kira reeled from an unexpected strike, Don Quixote spoke up in cold, sharp tone. Though, what matters of his courtesy is this? With all that whining, I thought the brat could use a lesson to remind her of her place. I mean, see. I agree with Don Quixote, you should not hit anybody. Sucker punch is not good, but at the same time, Kira, even though we like her, she's in a kind of an interesting position, you know? Meaning that she fucked up. I had no intentions of damaging your company assets, of course. I simply assumed the level of warning would not be inappropriate in this case. Team Leader Alan. That sort of conduct may not be an issue in your organization, but it is here. Should it happen again, do understand that we may choose to terminate today's joint engagement without delay. My apologies. I will keep that in mind going forward. Alan stood down without arguing back, but Kira looked far from satisfied with how Hohenheim handled the situation. I mean, you don't want to start wars, goddammit. Wayward Passenger's punch. He gets to sock me in the face and walk off scot-free. So freaking annoying. Fortunately enough, her grumbling didn't escalate into her lashing out at Alan. That punches now, though. What was that? It exhibited a behavior that defied the standard laws of physics. Presumably a form of technology utilized by Wayfarer Company. Let us resume the task at hand. I wish she punched him back. No, I mean, cats, no. Okay, it's literally, she fucked up. I mean, I understand you don't have to hit people because it's not good, but at the same time, she was being very disrespectful. So yes, she's lucky. She's lucky that Limbus Company doesn't agree with that. But at the same time, she's basically... I was gonna say it's not a slave, it's a... Fuck. A prisoner, yes. She's a fucking prisoner. Because she killed a lot of people. One sucker punch is not that bad. I wish that Callisto was still around, would make an artwork of Alan. Anyways. At least he doesn't use a gauntlet like W Corp, Heathcliff, or punch Kira. I mean, he was just... She didn't even bleed. Like, that was just... You need to behave, bitch. It's not that bad, okay? It's like when you bitch slap a bitch because she's playing wrong, you know? It's like, where's my chicken, bitch? Like this. Oh, sorry, bitch, this chicken is cold. It's like this, you know?
Raised in a broken and abusive household.
The chicken is cold!
See? It's not that bad.
When I turned 17, I ran away to Hong Kong, where I met Triad boss Kenny Wu, my first love.
Chicken is cold!
See? Kira misbehaved. The chicken was cold. The chicken was fucking cold. Anyway, yeah, she's in a very rough spot. A bit rough, I agree. You should not do that. But she kind of deserved it, okay? It's like, it is not good, but it's kind of deserved it. Anyways, moving on. That door should lead to one of the ring-protected turfs. The other two on the left, I remember they were marked with an X painted with blood. But I, H, and I, where they actually lead, it's all blurry. I mean, she was very disrespectful in her manner of speech. Alan should not have hit her, but at the same time, know your place, bitch. I mean, if you're in these kind of situations, first, you kill their people. Second, they didn't kill you and they stitch you together. You cannot be acting like that, you know? I mean, I don't agree with what Alan did, but somebody needed to instill some respect on Kira. Okay? It's not the right way, but it's deserved. That's what I mean. Anyways, it seems that all the information we can provide. Will that suffice? Why do I have this? We now know that the doors slightly connect to a perceivable area. That's already a big improvement in terms of intel for Wayfarer Company's backdoor mapping process. Which means there's less chance of us encountering a space beyond human perception past those doors. Asian parents love language. See, burst out and burst understands. Alright then, I'll proceed with connection verification. Which door shall we test first? We'll start with the one Shinryoshi mentioned. Huh, you don't trust me at all, huh? Then why even bring me along? Ignoring Kira's jab, Alan began setting up various devices on the door, and soon an elegant white door opened before us. Shall we? Art thou joining us as well, young Hohenheim? Just this once, there are procedures for handling over field operations. Okay, let's see what's in there. We need a guinea pig run. Oh my god. Oh, this is another fucking place of art, you know? Oh, but this is just animals. Is that a fucking whale? Is that the art with a fucking whale? What the? Is this some kind of wildlife exhibit? The moment we stepped in, the lights hit us all at once, drawing squints and frowns from the sinners. Thanks to my lack of physical eyes, I could make out a room filled with statues, or perhaps taxidermied animals. Whale gaming. It felt like a gallery of sorts, but it was so quiet that the air itself seemed to carry a strange, somber weight. After a moment, someone shattered the silence, but it wasn't Don Quixote or usual suspect. Holy shit! The scale is just insane! That's the whale from 8 Association Great Lake, special issue. Kira, who seemed beaten down all along, exclaimed with a bit more energy in her voice. Man, seeing it in real life sure hits different. And the Indigo Elder solo one-shot these monsters with that harpoon of his, huh? It's a Great Lake whale? Doesn't look like the one we've encountered, though. Organisms of various sources can be identified here. Singularity modified. That word, modified. Outskirts born. They look almost alive. They're not, right? No, they are not, duh. Though Robo-Ong did say that the ring has these zoos where they put monsters on display like, wait a second! Ring can't read. Shut up. And did Kira just understand Dante? Did Kira just understand Dante? Man, this would have been way more fun if we could see the moving ones. Everything here's dead, man. Still looks crazy sick though. The vibe really hits. Even though she was trying to play it cool, Kira kept sneaking glances at the massive horn display off to the side, clearly surprised in a way she couldn't hide. That said, I felt a distinct shortage of hyperactivity, given the presence of a certain someone in her party. Don Quixote? The eye of a second kindred, of House Tepes. What is it doing here? Wait, what? At the mention of the word kindred, I couldn't help but follow Don Quixote's gaze. Opposite the whale was another kind of exhibit. It contained items leaning on the more gruesome side of things, starting with a crimson eyeball that caught Don Quixote's attention. The body parts, like hands and bones, that looked as though they had been stripped from the human body. It's a gallery. A Fauvist gallery. Of the school of Fauvism. Probably a main studio, at that, which comes with a maestro's atelier and an auction house. Alan, we will be making our exit shortly. Prepare to initiate lockdown sequence. Before Hohenheim could even finish his urgent transmission, numerous footsteps closed in from somewhere nearby. Oh, Fauvists, dang. They beat a second kindred. Yeah, they beat a second kindred. But we have a first kindred, so it's fine. Turning towards the sound of shoes clacking on the floor, we found strange figures wearing animal masks staring directly at us. That presence, it's kind of like Papa's. Ain't no way, that's not a raid boss. We can clear at our level. We gotta get out of here. It's not that simple. Retreating is not a viable solution here. This door is connected to the House of Spiders. Escaping without installing a security system will invite pursuit. We must stall them until Alan is ready to initiate a lockdown sequence. As tension thickened, one of the strangers, who wore peculiar bone masks, stepped forward. The voice that spoke to us carried equal parts curiosity and delight. You came through that door. Then the house's fall wasn't just a baseless rumor. Furry's your favorite. Those are not furries, those are insane people, you know? Patriot, he entered the art school instead of reunion. Yeah, he does look like Patriot a little bit. A stray little spiderling falling from her parents' web. How many years has it been? You. Who are you? All right. It makes sense that you would fail to recognize me. I used to wear a different mask back when I used to visit as your tutor, didn't I? A wolf, if memory serves me right. Yes, that must have been when I was quite captivated by the sensation of tearing into the raw, yet thrashing flesh of living prey, and the predator's ferocious yet cavernously resonant howling. They are literally wearing literal fursuits. Yeah, I can tell now. Yeah, they are just pretending to be animals. Very interesting. But yeah, it's cool. Also, the music is very cool. Rings a bell. You're that maestro whose whole lesson was a 3-hour sermon praising the intensity of primary colors and the strength of living creatures. Benoit, was it? That's right, Emile Benoit. And they say you can hatch a phoenix from a chicken egg. Doesn't always apply, I see. Looks like that mind of yours is still sly as a raven, unlike your Norse fathers. Shh, don't presume. I only remember you because the tactility of hides and guts made up for a passable AW. At first glance, it looked like Ryoshi was casually taking a trip down memory lane with her maestro. But I had a feeling she was, in fact, dragging this out on purpose to buy us time. A furry artist. I don't think they can lay eggs, you know. Is there anything in the city that makes you lay eggs, though? Never mind. That lockdown sequence thing, how much longer till it's ready? Young Hohenheim, the lockdown sequence? Don Quixote, who had been shooting the ring members, an incensed glare sparked by the discovery of a kindred's eye, swiftly relayed my words to Hohenheim without even a hint of her earlier shenanigans. I'm afraid the progress and speed of the lockdown sequence lies in Alan's hands, not mine. It is by its nature a time-consuming work. We cannot expect haste. Cuckoo birds. Getting turned into an abnormality maybe could. Yeah, true. If you turn into an abnormality, you could lay an egg. Sancho's appearing. A little bit. Perhaps that does make this a suitable juncture to trial Plan A. Plan A? Any suggestions that involve Don Quixote removing her shoes will not be dignified with a serious discussion. Instead, maybe what Hohenheim had in mind had nothing to do with Don Quixote's shoes, because he opened his mouth as though he was about to retort to Faust's categorical rejection. But the moment he followed Faust's eyes and saw what she was looking at, he quietly shut his mouth and said nothing further. Faith in potentiality is not something I dislike. As for this, however, this seems more like grasping at straws. At the end of their gaze was Ryoshi's blade. Arayashiki. Cuckoo birds, no. Cuckoo birds just lay an egg on another nests, you know? Take them shoes off and let it rip. Nah, we already discussed that that's a bad idea. I was going to try using it anyways. I've long wanted to see if a maestro's death is any different. Telling him that we were just leaving won't work, will it? No, it won't. Every individual present here would be quite a fascinating specimen to the artist of the ring. We're practically a windfall of inspiration and material that has so conveniently been delivered to them. Is it improbable that they will allow us to return unharmed? Faust is right. She and Hohenheim are geniuses, and Ryoshi is the wielder of Arayashiki. Don Quixote is a kindred of a higher generation, and I happen to house the golden bow in my head. I have no idea how much information the ring has on us, but even if they knew nothing, they wouldn't let us go so easily. Are you sure about this, Ryoshi? Doesn't matter if I'm SAT or not, Clock. But think of that woman as Li Heng, and do as you did in HSC mentioned. I'll take care of the rest. Right, that's probably your best shot. What Ryoshi meant was quite clear. Resonate with the golden bow, secure an advantage to fight on equal footing, then catch them off guard by slowing down the flow of time. A cut from Arayashiki, even if it doesn't give us a real fighting chance, might at least stall the maestro long enough to give us the time to get away. This floor of the exhibit only houses submissions from students and docents. But if you look closely enough, there are some passable ones that show promise of excellence. And above all, this is the gallery of the School of Fauvism. And mine, the gallery of Emile Benoit. Which is why I would have preferred to take you without an unnecessary fight. If possible. A shame. Still, we're talking about a unique relic here. A masterless one at that. Acquiring the Araya Shiki make it worth the cost. If you want a taste... she cannot pull the sword. What the fuck is going on? Took them shoes off. Oh. Confusion flickered across Ryoshi's face as she tried to unsheath her blade. What's the matter? How? The lock the House of Spiders used to bind the Araya-shiki no longer exists. So why? Why can I draw the blade? Now, that's unexpected. Araya says no. So the rumor of you measuring the relic, were they false? The maestro only gave a loose swing of her arm, but it was enough to make Ryoshi recoil. A shadow of surprise crossed her face. The wound looked like nothing more than a light gash, yet the maestro's contemplative gaze shifted between the blood on Ryoshi's arm and her own, as though the attack had been an experiment to prove a hypothesis. Araya told her Ryoshi she was a bad girl. Oh my god. It wasn't hard to guess what she was thinking. Shh. Noticed, did you? I had my doubts from the moment I saw you today. Was the House of Spiders a success or a failure? Tell me, Yoshihide, what do you think a serpent's defining strength is? What are you on about now? Ask any student, and they'll give you the same predictable answers. The deadly venom, the slick scales. Why? It's lamentably disappointing. The maestro advanced towards us with an assured certainty. Then seized a beech thread dangling from the ceiling. No, calling it a mere thread would be wrong. It was something that resembled a thread, yet felt much more disturbing. I, for one, have a particular liking for the jaw and the spine. The flexibility of the spine, linked like a chain, and the jaw, bound not by bone but the ligaments that allow the animal to swallow its prey whole. Perhaps I should have said that I admire the structural refinement. The thrice-coiled ring on her ring finger gave off a cold glint, and the walls and the ceiling suddenly began to echo with a sickening squelch and crack of flesh and bone assembling. You should charge me, Doctor. Araya, 9. Araya is just trolling at this point. What the hell is that? Which brings me to ask, what better way to claim this delivery of promising material with a single bite than a work of art fashioned from a snake? The maestro plunged her arm into the long, serpentine body of a monster. Her sheer presence radiated a pressure as oppressive as that of a nurse father, only more primal and intemperate. Consider it a privilege. This is the first time this piece has ever been exhibited to an outsider. Hohenheim, is the lockdown sequence still not ready? 1 minute to go, step aside. The attack from the eagle gear Hohenheim hastily brandished didn't even last a moment. The weapon was knocked from his hand. As I scrambled to equip the sitters with their identities, something abruptly stopped the beast-like appendage midway through its hurtling motion. And the one who intercepted the blow. Ha! Shit! Wait a second! Fucking Kira? Was Kira struggling to push back against the serpentine arm with her steel-sealed blades? Kira is absolutely goated. Kira! Did she suddenly have a change of heart I wasn't aware of? Shit. This wasn't the plan at all. Obviously not. He couldn't even change her mind that quickly. Because the look on her face couldn't be anything other than of utter regret. The middle, For someone who doesn't seem to be a proper member, you've inked quite the quality of tattoos onto yourself. Huh, you must be the new Kid Matthias token. Why do you stand in my way? Fucked. If I know, I'm already regretting it, alright. Damn it. The Gifo gotta ditch me here. Why did I even... Heh, must be instinct taking over. Couldn't fully shake off the opponent's killing intent, so the body chose to clash head-on. So the behavioral facet of the psyche can be controlled with the suitable training. Unexpected data, but useful to be sure. Shut it, mister! Quit yapping and let me use my blades! Authorized and ready. Lifting locks now. Kira's thermal weapons emerged from their sheaths with a metallic clang. She used to recoil of the motion to skid back and assume a defensive stance. Naturally, that broke Benoit's arm from the deadlock as well. The Maestro lashed out again with a monstrous limb, but... Huh? It is a full injustice to strike against an unprepared opponent in a duel. Behold, for I shall allow thee a glimpse of the badass form that only the most renowned of fixers have displayed through the ages. Seeing an opening, Don Quixote slammed into the arm with her full might, knocking it off its trajectory. Predictably, however, the sheer force of the Maestro's attack instantly reduced her to a red sludge of flesh and bone, sending her remains crashing into the door. Ready to initiate lockdown sequence. I will seal the door immediately upon your exit. Everyone to the door. Faust retrieved the organic remnants of the senior number 3. As Faust made her exit with what once Don Quixote and the student of the ring surrounded Kira, bearing her way out, a hollow chuckle slipped out of her lips. Ha, called it for real. This is exactly why I didn't want to get involved. Taking Kira back with us would mean having a sizable force of the ring trail right behind her through the door. Kira too seemed to have realized the risk that no one in the right mind would want to take. She lowered her head in defeat, as though she knew full well the fate that awaited her. I'm such a dumbass. What was I thinking, having in like that? You, don't just stand there. Get over here now. But these guys are gonna come flooding in if I... You TTM! Want to be cleaved in half again? You pin this on me later. You're gonna pay. Blocking the Maestro's arm by a hair as it came down on her again, Kira hurled herself towards the door with every bit of strength she could muster. More than a few students rushed in through the doorway, chasing after the sinners who had gone in ahead, but... Lockdown sequence complete. All backdoor links have been cut. Fortunately, Holland managed to sever the connection between the two backdoors before the Maestro could cross over. Okay, so Maestros are absolutely fucking insane. Yeah, Hoham needs to equip the Eagle Bird. Hoham should just wear the Eagle Bird all the fucking time. Yeah, Don kamikaze attacked and saved Kira. Don is our hero. Don is always the hero, you know? I'm fine. So she says. Kira would be a strong enough addition to fight for us, but the ring member that have managed to cross formed a rather sizable force. Fighting them off with just the sinners I have at my side would not be the best course of action. In that case, guys, I assume you're all available right now. As soon as I call out to the sinners, their voices come through Ham's radio, one after another. Huh? I guess so. Ready for your orders, Executive Manager. Auris, I'm prepared to answer your call whenever and whenever. Hang on, I just need to finish this bite. Everyone to me. I love this. Limbus Company, assemble! Oh, Kira's fighting with us! Oh, the broken Malkuth. Kira's with us! And she's no longer from the middle? Or the House of Spy. Maybe she's from the LCE, perhaps? Perhaps in the future? I really hope she becomes part of the LCE. I think he equipped Big Bird before because he fully intended to sacrifice himself. Maybe, but Big Bird is very strong. Anyways. I don't like the Malkuth Durante. To be honest. I mean, it's not a complete Durante yet, you know? She's not from the fingers anymore. Kira, level 65. Just 5 levels more than us. Not really good. Wait. Did everybody has possibility of egos here? Time for some warm-up. Totally badass ass-kicking. I think it's the same. Disemboweling, Crossing Dervish, Violet Brimming Slam. I'll get you back for this. The middle style augmentation, it's crossed. It's just augmentation tattoos now. Thanks to Malku, we don't need to use a few of our satyrs. Yes. Thank God we have Malku. Bear War. Lomorai starts. Damage up. Wait, where's her passive? Okay, there's the passive. Passives. Begin encounter with thermal blades off. Turns out at +2. Augmentation tattoos. No more the middle style, but crossed. Gain thermal blades on and also inflict burn. The middle crossed. If this unit hits with more than 2 skills, gain augmentation tattoos. I like the stages where you can only use certain sinners. I mean, they were fun. Can we win rate this shit? I believe we can win rate. Of course we can win rate. Our sinners are fucking goated, you know? It is fun, but when I'm new, that kind of stage is bane of my existence. Agreed. Oh, nice. Imagine needing to use skills that aren't counters. What? Oh god, because you played with the middle IDs. Just so you can pair with Kira. My god, cats. Actually understandable. I fucking love Kira. Yeah, that's the power of first skins, right, motherfuckers. Oh, Rhodia got into serious mode. She's negative SP. I must use base IDs against someone fair enemy. Why, Burst? Why? Look at her roll! She's fucking insane! I love these guys. Go Faust! Green did as you need to use Cody as offensive to get her into negative. She just lost the clash, so she went into negative. Why are win rating with Jeong Mail? Oh, I just used with Jeong Mail because you know. Because I don't have any ideas because I was due. Oh, okay, burst. Makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, those are the last ones. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Jeong Mail is just playing slots, you know. If we get Kosan, we get Kosan. If we don't get Kosan, we don't get Kosan. Kira's carrying. Yeah, sure, Kira's carrying. Not our seniors that are absolutely destroying everything in their path. Oh, look at that. Rolling at 27. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Go Faust. Bye-bye, guys. Oh, he survived with 1 health? That's so bullshit. Kosan! Ah, Kosan! We got it! The power of win rate. The power of win rate is within me. Clear! Say that was not hard at all. They are strong, you know. These IDs are very strong. It's only the first door, and the impediments are already beyond expected levels. I swear, I thought that was it for me back there. Events of this nature, won't be frequent. We were merely beset by ill luck. If you just listened to me and picked another door, we wouldn't have gotten cooked like that in the first place. Like, why even drag me into this? If you're gonna If you weren't gonna trust me, weirdos. Would have opened them all at the end of the day. SD? SD? What's that? Same difference. Again, why shorten it like that? Just say duh, or something. Or just spell it out and say it was anticipated. That's WA. Huh? Good work, everyone. Thanks, guy, for being an absolute useless human being. Win rate with index is also fun. We're just win rating, you know. It's Blue Guy's fault. Kira was almost cooked, gang. The fault lies within everyone except Kira. We all love Kira, you know. We all love Kira. Good luck, everyone. Wayfarer does have a team dedicated for this sort of task, but the mortality rate is quite high. Honestly, I was bracing myself for the worst. The odds of completing the first door of an expedition without any casualties are under 15%. This, by all measures, counts as a flawless expedition. Tapping away at his device, Alan addressed us with an amicable smile. He seemed totally different from the same man who had manhanded Kira with a fist to her face. Those Fauvists won't be able to cross over anymore, with the door completely locked down, right? That cannot be asserted with certainty. Are you saying more might come in? The corridor and back doors have always been the ring's turf, Clock. And those Fauvist beasts have endured as long-standing faction within the ring. If they've gotten that much history, they must know many back doors, both the origin and destination points. Alan clarified what Ryoshi was hinting at. Yes, compared to them, we lack sufficient knowledge of alternate routes, which makes it difficult to prevent infiltration. No need to concern yourselves over much. Even if that were the case, it's unlikely they would move on the House of Spiders so soon. They could always rush for a surprise attack though. Even the Fauvist Maestro seemed to lack clear intel on the event that took place at the House of Spiders. If so, it follows that they will need time to assess and deliberate about the situation. The situation? The logical scope of their concerns will be identifying the organization that has secured the House of Spiders, the possibility of additional traps beyond the back doors, and the like. Why is Alan's face so weird, you know? Blame the engineer taking so long. It's always the engineer's fault. Once all backdoor related procedures tied to the House of Spiders are completed, the resulting security framework should be able to preempt and block any infiltration attempts. This operation is more important than I thought. That aside, why couldn't I draw the blade? Is it the new scabbard's fault? Ryoshi lifted the sheathed sword with an irritated frown. And that's when I felt a faint vibration. The blade was switching over ever so slightly. That quivering moves faint. Was seen by all, indeed? Damn, I saw it too. Is it possessed or something? Looks like I wasn't the only one who saw the sword twitching, as though it wasn't pleased at all with how Ryoshi was talking about the scabbard. It's Araya. Ryoshi's gaze lingered on the sword before slowly shifting towards the back doors. Could it be that seeing the scabbard brought back some memory of Araya? Ryoshi, do you... Is it an SS? A demon edge? An enchanted blade? Which is it? It's probably neither of those. Nor is it a sentient sword. This presents a fine opportunity to conduct another examination of the sword. Excuse us for a moment, Team Leader Alan. Alan, please feel free to go ahead. The attack just now damaged some devices, so we're going to have to perform some maintenance before continuing. There's plenty of other work for me to do while you're away too. Are we to return to the headquarters research facility then? No, that won't be necessary. There's a facility here that should prove more than adequate. Is Kira gonna get an ego gear in the future? I hope Kira becomes part of the LCE. Alan's face is weird because he's a POS. Person of inter... Oh wait, what does POS mean? Prisoner of starvation? Well, we got one fight and just a story. Piece of shit. Oh my god. No, it makes sense. What about Ego gear she's gonna use? I don't know, but I hope she gets something cool. Hohenheim brought us to what looked like a research lab, lined with cables, rows of screens and diagrams full of complex symbols and shapes. Is Araya gonna die? Hello, Emily. How are you? Welcome to stream. Guys, is Kira gonna die? She's been very helpful and very nice. Usually when people are helpful and nice, they die. I hope blue shit turns into a ring artwork. Okay. I am fine. I just don't want Kira to die, you know? I'm having Yuri vibes all over again, you know? My heart prevents her. Okay, let's hope, guys. Kira's friend, I know. Punishment Eagle Bird will be great for her. Dying of excitement. Oh my god, anyways. Hogan brought us to what looked like a research lab lined with cables, rows of screens, and diagrams full of complex symbols and shapes. I didn't know there was a place like this in the House of Spiders. This is a forward base constructed by Limbus Company, following Operation Spider-Pyre. It did not exist prior to the house's fall. It is intended for additional backdoor investigation and research into irregular phenomena observed during the operation. No, but she would become cooler with ego gear, you know? Irregular phenomena? An example, research subjects such as a spatial analysis of the correlation between the emergence of Sinner's number 11 sign and the manifestation of possible future. Oh. Looking around, I spotted Sinclair and a group of researchers surrounding him, the same people who had dragged him off earlier. They were accompanied by a gaggle of sinners who had tagged along to either watch the show or kill some time while they took a breather after work. Hockenheim, how long will the examination take? With Sinclair's biometric assessment concluded, the analyzer device should be available for the relic now. Which means that it should be finished in an hour from now, at the latest. The scabbard rattled again at the mention of an hour. I don't know why or how, but the way it swayed, it almost felt like a child trembling. It's Araya. Is there Yuri in these like in ZZZ? What the fuck are you talking about? She's got nerve cause half the tattoos is gone, so an ego equipment can cover that. True. It's moving again. Come along, Ryoshu. I expect you will want to witness the procedure. Fine. Ryoshu and Hockenheim headed to the side. The examination was probably going to start immediately. Absolute Yuri, you know? Time to get to Sinclair then. Wait. I was making my way towards Sinclair, who was getting bombarded with questions, when an unexpected figure behind a pillar caught my eye. Vespa Cabro. Wait, it was... Wasn't it Vespa Cabro? Not Crabro? Crabro? Did I always read it wrong? Or is it wrong now? It was Vespa Crabro, with a big piece of paper covered in crooked handwriting taped to his back. Snack thief? Manager. Sharon's snacks. Mr. String Bean ate up all of them. Sorry, but I think there's been some misunderstanding. There, kick his ass. Not only is this matter not worth pointing fingers over, but Sharon also shares some of the responsibility for leaving them out on the table unattended. Sharon did us some of the fucking Mahoraga on Vespa. Sharon, the power of Sharon to manifest Virgilius is kind of funny, you know? Oh my god. Your cat is Yuri then. Oh, Sharon summons Verglang Mahoraga, yes, absolutely. Still, I would prefer you exercise more care next time, or you'll put me in a tough spot. Understood. Fuck. Sharon, super sulky mode engaged. Not talking for half a day. Deploying super pass bitter candy. Pip! Mode disabled. I fucking love those two. I'm not sure if this is an appropriate request, but may I remove the paper from my back now? It's a little inconvenient for me. Sharon forgives this time. Next time, no mercy. I fucking love Sharon. Let's make sure she doesn't listen to that radio channel again. Virgilius looked on with an inscrutable expression as Sharon peeled a snack thief sign off Vespa's back. Make sure to remember this, so I don't have to think I'm burning through what little candy chance I have left on such trivial nonsense. Thank you. Vespa gave a polite thanks, but he was already picking something off another plate and stuffing it into his mouth. Wait a minute! For fuck's sake, I was saving that for later. I assume you were being picky. Oh my god. Well, now you know, yet I still see you gobbling on my share. He took my snacks to work. Kick his ass. Rodion Romanovich. I am aware that half of the total snack budget allocated to each sinner is being funneled into your snacking expenses. And now you're raiding the LCE supplies as well. Rodion tried to do a Sharon. It didn't work. Shield, that stone's been agreed upon, okay? Besides, that's that, and this is this. She said the line, guys! Guys, she said the line! That's that, and this is this. Full-on government name, yes. She said the line, guys. Rhodey's Roland. The line on Virgilius' brow looked deeper than usual today. Hoping to help him out of this endless cycle of snack-related headaches, and to satisfy my own nagging curiosity, I drew near our guide and broke his brooding silence with my TikToks. Did you learn anything about Sinclair's sign? Then he's inquiring about the outcome of the research on the sign. And she says the line too, yeah. Yeah, the line. I've heard from researchers, but nothing of particular significance came out of it. Observation of the sign has so far been limited to two individuals, the manager and Sinclair. Due to the limited accessibility of the phenomenon, the only verifiable information has so far been its existence. Researching that which cannot be observed is bound to be difficult. Faust has a point. Aside from Sinclair, none of the sinners can actually see the sign. Oh, okay, nobody sees the sign. That's this and this is that. Oh, okay. And the same would go for the researchers. Even Sonia said only a select few people could perceive it. If there were more individuals bearing signs, there would be a wider pool for a comparative analysis of statistical samples to narrow down the scope. However, records indicate no suitable reference exists. At present, the research effort is limited to reducing variables such as whether or not the irregular phenomenon are tied to the location where the battle took place. By individuals bearing signs, do you mean people like Damien and Sanson? Wait, then could those guys do what Sinclair did? Put in some superpowered future self and just wreck everything? Even Sonia? I should step in and put an end to this subject before Rhodia gets the blues. I don't think so. From what Ishmael and Faust reported back then. Right. Sinclair from the future said each sign carries a different power, I think. Maybe you know, those layers of light rings Damien used to finish off Cromer, or Sanson dragging us into his story. Those could be it. Aye, that does seem plausible. So none of that information we can confirm yet. Limbus is based off literature. Limbus is based off of literature. Yes. Correct. As you have stated, any discussion of this subject would not venture beyond the realm of wild speculation. Nothing has been proven yet. Ergo, fear would be unnecessary response at the present. This is, at the best, grounded in supposition. But it would seem that the researchers are coaxing forth a hypothesis from the vestiges left in the wake of Sinclair's future self. Oh, that. That bit about the sign maybe being some singularity, or even, yeah. The precise position of the hypothesis was that the fundamental principles of the signs working may be equivalent to those of singularities or relics. But as no actionable evidence was obtained from Sinclair, there is presently no means by which the hypothesis may be validated. I see. Then nothing came out of them dragging Sinclair off for some research. Oh, you also thought I was being dragged off, but still let it happen anyways? No, I mean, I'm kidding. Just thought I'd try going along with the mood. Oh my god, the old Sinclair wouldn't have even thought to joke around like that. He's really changed lately. For the better, I think. So, did anything happen that we should worry about? I stuck close to him just in case. Nothing serious came up. Just took some blood, a small skin sample, oh, and they were also checking if the sign reacts to electrical stimulation. Drug, oh my god. Yeah, and I had to fill out some questionnaires too. Things like, please describe what you remember from the battle exactly as it happened, or list the sensations you felt when you regained consciousness. And your memories for that moment have yet to return? No, I don't know if they will ever come back, actually. I said they only exist with my future self, so... Wait, but for my future self to even have those memories, shouldn't I carry them in the first place? Which comes first? Hello, Caber, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Meow. A paradox, it would seem. In such case, that Sinclair is merely one branch among many possible futures. If the future unfurls into boundless branches by means of ceaseless bifurcation, then the body of information that constitutes a certain future will scatter into grains more fleeting than dust, too diminished to ever reverse their course and trace their path back to the self that now exists. Is that the theory suggested? Not a certainty, but a plausible interpretation. Meow. Caber, meow. Have you ever looked for another game to play for a joke? Charlie the Unicorn Dating Simulator. Okay. I will think about it. Here you go again. More of the nonsense. Only you lot understand. Oi, memory or not, that future guy still came out of him, didn't he? Then some part of him's got to be left in there somewhere, yeah? Like muscle memory or whatever. Perhaps can still pull off some of those tricks back then. Tricks from back then? Here you kicked off the proper out there. Even pulled out the trick you picked up from that plastered old geezer, right? Not just that. He was using that Mang technique quite effortlessly too. My cat ears, sure. Okay, Caber. Okay, cats. Cat ears. Cat ears have been activated. Cat ears. Not just that, he was using that Mang technique quite effortlessly too. What? That glowing ring thing? Yep, the glowing ring thing. He had two of them coiled around his weapon. I used the glowing ring thing! This is the first time I'm hearing anything about it. Nobody said what Sinclair did to Sinclair. Bring search up my horse breeds on your phone. No. Alright, so what exactly is that glowing ring thing, anyone? Maybe some technique that enhances physical capability? I mean, I guess that flashy aura that makes the air real tough is one part of it. But there's gotta be more, right? You know, could be a secret finger thing they pass down to their members. Technique, gear, something like that. Look at it. That black coney leader, that Li Heng prick, and the nurse fathers we fought. All of them fingers, ain't they? The notion seems to unravel, for even among the LCD, there were those who came to wield it. And Virgilius too. Huh. So what, only the proper hard bastards can use it? Some posh top-end trick, is it? Without anyone in particular prompting it, the seniors slowly turned their gaze towards Virgilius and Vespa. I only learned to wield it from my team leader too. I have a sensory understanding of Shin, but I can claim nothing too profound. However, what I can spare are some rumors, though they are all without proper sources. Rumors? They circulate among elite fixers and association leadership. That there exists a power called Shin, capable of enhancing the body without having to pay expensive upkeep costs. A rumor among fixers says though, can you search my horse springs on your PC? No, Ishmael, or later. Yes, even a technique to manifest it. How to tips really. Spread through hearsay. Oh yeah, that tracks. That super rookie column in the latest Mac bonus vid, bro was really popping up with it. Straight up aura farm. Did she just say aura farmed? Straight up aura farmed with a shiny mang wrapped around his weapon. Huh. It must be that mine eyes are yet to be privy of seeing such a marvel in a video. Wait, you serious? It's in the latest issue, literally on the videotape in the back. Maybe you missed it. Videotape? Huh? Unless, for many weeks I have been straddled from Mephi, ridding me of a chance to read not only the prior chronicle, but the latest ones as well. Woe is me. When I return, I shall feast through the night upon those noble exploits of adventuring fixers. Kira's literally me. Kira's so awesome. Don Quixote dramatically spiraled into a state of utter dejection. How this got into the conversation, her gaze narrowing with suspicion. From what I recall, the Mantle of Sheen grants its user a high degree of physical enhancements. There's no such thing as a reinforcement without supplies. No power of that magnitude comes without an equivalent cost to wield it. That power relies on emotion and will for manifestation. Its output is not consistent like prophecies and augmentations. And depending on how it is used, the consequence it demands can reach levels comparable to the ego you use. You mean to say that it exacts a toll upon the mind. I can walk you through the fundamentals if you like. From what I observed, it appears to be a technique reserved for those of considerable strength. At our current level, it is not unreasonable to assume we could make use of it. Regarding that, our team leader has been conducting intensive research. And according to her, physical strength itself has little bearing on one's ability to learn and wield Shin. Mine have as SP cost lol. It's just SP. It's easy. It just deals wide to damage. As the Yellow Harpoon says, it is, in essence, a power that can be learned by almost anyone, provided they know the proper method of training. Vespa's brow visibly twitched the moment Yellow Harpoon left Virgilius' lips. Yeah, doesn't seem like he's a big fan of his own title, the Yellow Harpoon. Well, it fits, I think. He's got those yellow stripes on his clothes, and he uses a harpoon too. Can he argue with that? If I were to exaggerate, even Senior Yi-Sang's pre-contract self could manage to learn it. Why must this self of mine be chosen as the point of comparison? Well, because you're the wimpiest out here. He's an upscale. Deal 3 freaks damage kind of deal. Don't let it get to you. Even so, it would be a mistake to assume its power anyone can grasp with ease. Vespa shall always be the yellow jacket to me. I like the Yellow Harpoon more. As long as you're bound by contracts as sinners, your ability to wield it will be severely limited. Unless you rely on particular identities or come upon an extraordinary circumstance. Shame that. Would have been useful. Hey, then what about me? Can I learn it too? Kira's just trying to be part of the group, you know. I like Kira. Kira, who had been fidgeting with her fingers, raised an arm and asked, as though she couldn't hold the question back any longer. Come to think of it, the Middle Noor's father didn't use any Shin or Mang. Papa never taught me how to use it. He always said I could get stronger without a stupid scrotch like that. It wasn't that he didn't teach you, he couldn't. He was a man who probably had never once reflected upon his own sins. A piece of trash like him would be incapable of even comprehending such a power in the first place. Oh, I feel bad for Kira. Vespa's response always come back dripping with venomous hatred whenever the conversation turns to the topic of the fingers. Kira must have noticed too, or perhaps she simply couldn't find the right words to push back. Either way, she held her tongue, her expression settling into a blend of frustration and something that looked a little too close to sadness. If you want to reduce it to a yes or no, then yes, you will be able to learn it with the odds in your favor. That is, assuming that the company decides to tolerate your continued existence. I already said I get it. As it stands, you're nothing more than a pending case of disposal, closer to a threat than you are to an ally, strictly speaking. Don't get comfortable because the manager and the seniors treat you with lenience. Step out of line and you will be the one who paid the price. There was nothing in what Virgilius said that I could argue with. Kira had been a member of the House of Spiders. She murdered scores of LC researchers. Yeah, okay, I mean, she needs to think about her sins, you know? My horse prince speak. Oh my god, what is my horse prince? I think it's a very stupid thing. And left us with plenty of memories that we'd rather not revisit. For now, we're just working together. Not contesting that decision doesn't mean we have no hard feelings towards her. Leaving Kira alone with her thoughts, the seniors slipped back into their own business. Snacks, idle chatter, and conversations about whatever had happened around LCE. Okay, wait, let's finish this and I will. The examination is concluded. I suppose it won't be an issue to let you hear the results together. And before we knew it, Hohenheim and Ryoshu returned. Okay, my horse prince. My horse prince. If it's the app with a horse in the face of a guy, I know what it is. Not prices, not prices. Brains. Oh yeah, this is the one. I absolutely know. It is big. It is big. I don't know who thought that this was fine, you know? What if Arknights went in the wrong direction, you know? This is so big. I have seen it. I have seen it before. I've seen these image. My horse prince. No, this is before Brainrot. This is just a meme app, you know, a meme game. Oh my god, he's really hot. Anyways, moving on. Well, we had one fight, guys. We had one fight. The person the conclusion first. He's been an artwork. Yeah. Anyways, the person the conclusion first. No, the notion of the sword being a sentient one is incorrect. The locus of the wheel is not the blade, but the scabbard. An ego forged in a rather paradoxical nature. Yes, that would be the most appropriate description. Not a sentient sword, huh? Ryoshi's grumpy dismissal made the scabbard quiver almost as if it had taken offense. Somehow, I feel like I could understand what Hohenheim meant by wheel now. It was a reunion of sorts, one that gave both a tinge of sadness and hope. If the scabbard has its own wheel, does that mean the owner of that wheel can be resurrected? It is too premature to deliberate on the matter. The state of existence under question is not one that may be defined as death at the moment. I assume they ask whether it can be revived or brought back to life, so to speak. Even supposing the survival is a fixed variable, and that the reconstitution of the original corporeal body falls within the realms of theoretical possibility, the probability approaches zero, given the limits of today's technology and conditions. We researchers are inclined to entertain even infinitesimal chances, but in the terminology of the lay people like yourself, such a prospect would be labeled impossible, wouldn't it? There is no need to fixate on the impossibilities of the present, Manager Dante. Such matters are reserved for us scientists to hold on to. Right. But we may have uncovered a thread. Something that could lead to restoring Sinner's Ryoshu's memories. Though, again, that too is a mere possibility. Okay. Callisto was a former ring member. Wasn't Callisto a ring member? I love how Canton 9 was basically a boss rush, and the Intervallo right after is just purely goon fights. Well, it's just reading, actually. If the future Kanto we meet Kira again with a different skill, does that mean Ishmael's getting a new idea as well? Ooh, that would be cool. A far more practical avenue for you to pursue at the moment, nevertheless. And to that end, yes, further analysis on the scabbard itself would be necessary. Coordinate with Arlen for your next duty. He should still be in the Ring Noor's father's quarters. That will be all. Hoyam cut himself off there, clamping his mouth shut, as if any further exchange might scatter and mess up the theories he'd constructed in our conversation. Alright then, before we go, anyone want to tag along? Munching on food, averting their gaze, the seniors were pretending they weren't interested at all. But going by the way their forks had long since stopped moving, it is pretty clear to me that they'd been intently listening in our conversation. Where are we to go? Alright, sorry, forgot the rest of you weren't there with us earlier. Faust, Don Quixote, Ryoshu, and I have been checking where each back door leads to. Oh, and Kira too. The prisoner of war, executive manager? We talking about me? Yeah, I guess. I'm working with them too, yeah. Base remember to tread carefully. Should you cause even the slightest harm to the executive manager, you will be held accountable without exception. Yeah, sure, whatever. Kira needles at Audis with a mocking pout, but oddly enough, she didn't appear particularly irritated. Anyway, I think it'd be better if we had a few more people, just to be safe. One of the doors we went into earlier led straight to the ring's corridor. That was a close call. Audis and Heathcliff hand shut up the moment I finished speaking. I would very much like to accompany you, executive manager. I knew I could rely on you, Audis. Hey, your recognition of my loyalty honors me, executive manager. I, Audis, understand better than anyone you're concerned about the peril of working with a prisoner of war so liable to betray. Oh my god, Audis. I barely remember Callisto saying he got kicked out because his arguments were ass. Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but possibly. To have your indispensable self proceed with only a handful of soldiers under your command. This cannot stand. I'm afraid I won't be able to focus on other duties without personally seeing on your safety. I get it, Audis. You made your point clear enough. Not keen on how I just kill over the moment you summon me. I feel a bit dodgy that I better stick by your side and scrap it out myself. You probably don't need me to come along then. I guess you can just summon the rest of us like you did earlier, if shit hits the fence. Our research, yet unfinished, holds my efforts. I shall join you once it was found closure. I don't think I can be much of help wherever you're going. I'll pass. I will follow if that is your order, manager. No, it's fine. Just get some rest. You'll probably be okay. I can always summon them again if things get too dangerous. For now, I should go and see Ahmed. Again. What kind of boss fight is this? Reading is the boss fight. His art was good, it's just that it became stale because he never did anything special with corporism once it felt out. Okay. So he was just doing the same thing over and over again. Well, we go with the winrate team, you know. Read my big long message. Type boss fight idea. That Quixote Sancho Bloodfin trio, or 5 nurse fathers, Li Heng, Xilu, and Jia Q, all with no permanent Durante or their offense defense level debuff. That's just a mod fight, you know. Oh, you've arrived. I was waiting you. We sifted through and isolated the door with the highest probability of leading into the ring's gallery. The next step would be to enter the alternate door you mentioned, but... Hold up a sec. I was actually gatekeeping more stuff. Huh? Gatekeeping? Are you saying you have more to tell about the gate doors? Yup. That door over there, pretty sure it connects to Aincorp's nest. I saw Albina going in, all hyped about some canned whatever it was. And that wooden door with bandages wrapped around the handle. Papa would go there to cross out vengeances, from what the book said. It's probably a turf protected by a thumb subsidiary or something. Like earlier, when she offered only vague snippets, even about a single door. Kira was now feeding Alan a stream of intel that seemed solid even to someone as clueless about the back doors as me. She's far more cooperative than I anticipated. Even after that Alan character roughs her up, from what I hear. Yeah, you'd think she'd climb up out of spite. I wonder if she's changed her mind about cooperating with us. Nevertheless, we mustn't let our guard down, except the manager. There's no telling when she'll turn on us. Freaking, I can literally hear everything you're saying, you know? Alright then, based on the intel, please proceed with by investigating the safest door first. As for the high-risk ones, I'll continue checking and letting you know which ones you'll need to enter. Alan tinkered with the devices around him and flashed a couple doors with blue light. Guess that means we start with those. Where do you guys want to go first? They all look about the same. Just start with the closest one. Well, did say these are the safest ones, so it shouldn't matter which one. Just as I reached for the nearest door, as Heathcliff told me to, Ryosho suddenly veered off, stopping in front of another door and stood a few steps apart. This door. It feels familiar. You recognize that door? Boo, Alan, get the fuck out of my screen. What? Okay, I understand that Alan was a little bit rough with Kira, but he's just working, you know? Okay, wait. The way I see it, corporatism is like the base the other rings movement built off. And it fell out of style pretty fast because gore and carnage are already really common in the city. Could be completely wrong about that first part though. He keeps trying to replicate the perfect he made, but at the end getting an inferior copy. Oh, so he's not doing... I mean, he's trying to make the perfect artwork that he made once, but he can never do it. Makes sense. Not that he hate Kira, I genuinely just hate Alan. Alan, okay. I think one hater. Sure. I think I passed through it a few times when I was little. Hardly had Ryosho stopped speaking when a fragmented memory painted over in parts slipped into my mind. Sorry, it hurts a lot, didn't it? I should have finished my homework faster. Oh, I know. Let's go for a walk. But I don't recall much about it. That memory just now. Could it be tied to Araya? Let's start with that door. Okay, this one, yeah. There we go. Impatiently as ever, Heathcliff shoved the door open and strode in first. The rest of us followed, including Kira and the other sinners. I mean, okay. This place is... Judging by its state, it seems to be a welfare facility located within a nest. Most likely a park. Every soul walking here is dragging some animal along. Means they've got money to burn. Proper rich lot, this place. The walk. The past Ryosho mentioned in her memory. The sight of the people fussing over their pets. The pieces clicked together and I voiced the other memory I saw back at the House of Spiders. Did you ever come here with a puppy named Saru? Yeah, I remember that. Brother, look at Alam. Well, okay. Not a puppy, though. That was a bit bigger by then. Sorry. It hurt a lot, didn't it? I should have finished my homework faster. Oh, poor thing. Why? Isn't she getting any better? I gave her lots to eat. Oh, I know. Wanna go for walkies? You love walkies, don't you, Sarah? Oh my god. There's this workshop Dad always visits. The door there's connected to a park. We can go right now. Ryosho's childhood memory burned bright in my vision before passing. That was her as a kid? Wait a second. Everybody saw that? Very such gentleness. Doth seem most unlike thee, young Ryosho. Hey, Clock. Who said you could show them my memories willy-nilly? No, come on. You know it's not something I can control. GG. Good game, bro. Back in the House of Spiders, I was the only one who could see the visions of Ryosho's past. This time, though, her memory seemed to manifest for everyone around. Just like what we experienced in H-Corp with Honglu. Ryosho's getting exposed by everyone, you know? Which probably means, why are you all staring at me? That's a random. What the hell? Did you not see that just now? See what? You guys sunning out together? Guess it doesn't apply to Kira. Then again, unlike how it was between Lindayo and Honglu, Kira doesn't have any direct connection to Ryoshu. I guess it makes sense. Was that adorable hound like companion of old, young Ryoshu? Indeed. My one and only best friend. And because of that, Saru, we were locked away in the vault every time I had to depart on an assignment, with a spiral driven through her. The first ever leash. Looking back, it might have been a kinder fate she died sooner. To inflict such cruelty upon a voiceless animal, how can such wickedness be born? What happened to Saru in the end? She died before her time. I don't recall why, but there was this day when Saru wouldn't stop whimpering in pain, and I shut myself in my room crying. You were not someone else? Who else? Of course it was me. Even after witnessing the fragment of her memory, Heathcliff looked utterly unconvinced. And while I was grieving, Callisto ordered a solution. Said he would give me a gift the next day. And what I received was something he called the Beast Bone Blade. A tanto that would whine and yelp in Saru's voice with every swing. And no way. I always knew there was something creepy with Robo-Unk. So that's how he killed your dog, huh? No, he didn't kill Saru. That tanto was alive. What the fuck? Did you say alive? Oh, I got a green undersuit, a sangre abbreviation. I am so proud. Okay, cats. Bloody hell. Alright, Nutter and Psycho. Her eyes were embedded in it like adornments, and they stared at me in accusation. The tiny heart beat as though it was quaking with fear. It was a horrible sight, and I felt pity. So I shortened what remained of her time with my own hands. Got me thinking after hearing all that, why do you still mess with that art thing then? Let's be honest, after seeing something like that, you'd want to steer well clear, yeah? Right, those things he called artworks were also cursed. Straight up nightmare fuel. I fucking love Kira. Like, I haven't really checked out other ring artwork outside Albina and her nurse fathers, so maybe I'm just a noob when it comes to all that, but yeah, their stuff never gave me any art vibes for real. I thought they're the same. Well, I was terrified at first, yet as I learned more, there were some facets that suited my taste. Though finds appeal in those grotesque creations? For what you've told me about Callisto, it looks like he failed to stick to his own advice. But there's something he always used to say. Art is wholly subjective, and thus one must never expect the understanding of others. The uncanny and horrible, there's beauty that lies in the grotesqueness of it all. Can't say I quite get it, but if you say so, you can say they were nerve-wracking. Oh my god, that's so bad. That's so bad. Nah, but bloody hell, how do you end up getting used to that kind of thing? Why do you need to understand? You're not an artist. I got used to it, but that bastard Callisto installation artworks caused night terrors and nightmares for her. Rattle. The scarab moved and Ryoshu came to a pause. It trembled, but there was at once a strange liveliness to it, as though it quivered between fear and anticipation. Night terrors, crying from nightmares, in the house of spiders. There was actually someone who got scared of ring stuff back in your day? I need to check something. We've seen enough here. Let's go back. Yeah, let's. Nothing else worth checking around here anyways. The British man form of art is making the most fucking atrocious food. I don't know why the British decided to colonize the world, find the spices everywhere, and never use the spices in their food. It's such mind-boggling, you know? Like, I am British from the East Trading Company, East India Trading Company. I deal with the spices of all around the world, but I like my bread with beans. Beans with sugar. Spice equals money. Why eat money? Good. Because that's why spice is money, because it gives you taste. Beans and bread. Okay, anyways. With inspection complete, we quickly followed Ryoshu back. She stood in front of the artworks, covered in sheets and cloth, lost in thought. Right here, there used to be a huge artwork displayed here. I don't know what kind of impulse struck him, but the bastard went about fuzzing, saying he needed practice, so he wouldn't lose his touch. Mummy? What's wrong? Over there. Thought I told you to keep the exhibition in your room. Ah, you've returned, Yoshihide. I decided to attempt installation art of a somewhat larger scale this time, but I ran out of space in my gallery. Oh, Arai is there! Is she remembering? That's just a theory. A breed theory. Mummy, people were screaming. Here is Yoshihide. Arai has reached an age where she may be introduced into the world of aesthetics. Surely this wouldn't be a problem. It would. You liking it and me acquiring the taste doesn't mean Araya will. Let's get you back to your room. I was hugging something in my arms. It was crying. Saru? No, too big to be Saru. The lacerated memories can never be made whole, no matter how many fragments are glued together. We could tell Ryoshu everything we knew about Araya, but it never truly reached her. I see. This hollow void. This must be Araya. The sensation and emotion for what's been emptied began to entangle on Ryoshu's memories. And that makes it possible for us to reminiscence about Araya together. The soft rattle Araya gave seemed to show how pleased she was with that small step. I miss Mad Pet. I think we all do. Right, time to check out on the next door. We entered several more back doors, but that Alan pointed out. But unfortunately, none of the places we ended up at steered Ryoshu's memories any further. Spinach plus bean on potato. Hell. Pretty much nothing here. I think we're done. What the? How did they get in here? Startled Kira pointed ahead, where figures wearing animal masks were hauling what looked like massive lumps of flesh hidden behind a tent of sorts. Those ring assailants from before. Didn't thou hast sealed the door earlier? How then do these villains come and stand before us once more? They probably infiltrated via an entirely separate route, another back door. As you can see, their objective appears to be the retrieval of the ringed nurse father's artworks. Get on with it. I hate them. We need to move as many pieces as we can before we pull out. Wait, but I thought Robo-Ong was washed. He's got so many fanboys and fangirls here. Does his artwork possess any value in and end of itself? Or is it just a case of post-humor premium of death effect? Think about it. Some of the pieces have already been taken. Of course, they're a little value to both our companies. Watching them sweating and struggling to drag those mediocre pieces with them. Pretty funny. They're not furries, okay? They're crazy. But imagining how those pieces will be labeled with some pathetic notion of heritage connected to my name on their description plaques, pretty unsavory. Robo-Unk is washed, bold looking ass. Absolutely. They may be occupied with transporting those objects for now, but they will likely soon find cause to harm the Wayfarer and the LCE personnel stationed here. Executive Manager? It would be prudent to eliminate them without delay, considering the ring's reputation. Audis is right. Better to wipe them out before they try anything stupid. Guys, looks like we've got another job to do. Lend me a hand. The radio didn't buzz with the senior's replies this time, but it should be fine. In contrast, Limbus ID Robo-Unk isn't washed, however. It's not about being... I was saying, it's not about being washed or not being washed, you know? This is a win rate intervallo. It seems like a fucking win rate intervallo, you know? Are we even gonna have a fucking boss fight? I want more boss fights. Oh my God, Ishmael, no. As we can tell from how Green plays the game, he's not washed. Yeah, I'm not washed. I just win rate, you know. Win rated is the true price of hegemony, you know. Oh God damn it! Good. God damn it! God damn it! Oh, what am I gonna do? We have red coins. Showerless. Fuck you, cats. Why don't you just let me win rate in peace? I am enjoying the story a lot, though. Like the best part of the game is the fucking story. Like, if it had a story mode, I would play the story mode more. Win rate is boring. I cannot even choose who I'm fighting. It is a chain fight. It's not even a select your... I think it's not you can select. Can you select? No, so you cannot even select. It's just a win rate. These are win rate fights. I cannot select who clashes with who, so what's the point? Just deal damage and kill stuff. Nobody wants to watch someone press P enter over and over. I mean, we're here more for the story, right? I did this with a full middle team, including Quincliffe. Support. I don't have his bisexual ass. Okay? As a lower in the forest passives. Oh, you want me to read? Okay, let's try reading. Okay, let's see the passives. Intense primary color blue. Before hitting, the target doesn't have sinking, inflicts sinking. Okay. Le Fauvisme, Mask of Chevron, something, something. Okay, this is our... There are beasts that fall in and out of vogue within the school of Fauvism, yes. But a true artist must take a fierce pride in the single animal as the underdrawing which best represents their unique self. Despite their wisdom, however, there are some who flits from beast to beast, as though the self is nothing more than a costume to be worn and discarded. Okay, do they have anything else to say? The first step is always but a single animal. And with every quest for art and verity, another beast is layered atop of the previous specimen. Well, that's all. So they're genuinely furries. I guess this is the furries in the city. Pretty aggressive. Yeah, we're playing this for Kira. Hey, but at least it's not only Heishu pack, you know? It is not only Heishu pack. That makes it better, right? And you know what's the worst part? If I put how's this called? If I give them other IDs, they take fucking long because of the animations. Ring Fauvism, R-Corp. R-Corp? R-Corps are furries? Distorting or Hishu? I think the best one is Hishu, you know? Very strong. No, you know what? The best one must be Distorting. I remember Kira saving my ass. Everyone staggered on Kira, Aka the Goat, or Glorious Queen gave the last enemy a totally badass kicking. That's very nice. My guys are just beating the shit out of everyone, you know? Hardcore soldiers literally wear animal-themed armor. Oh, I didn't know that. But is that really furry? We're gonna stagger with the middle ladies. Okay, anyways, with this, the last of the ring's infiltrators have been eradicated. Is that all of them? Ryushu kept glancing around as if searching for someone, but fortunately, no other ring members were in sight. Right, but where the hell were those lots coming from anyways? Weren't just the first wave? had more of those sods legging it in from the back, like they'd be lurking somewhere else. According to the tracking logs recorded by the surveillance devices installed here, they appear to have crossed over from another corridor. Another corridor? What precisely does the designation of another corridor refers to? The room resembling a shopping mall, the one filled with batches of toys on display. Your company, if I recall correctly, designated it as the corridor of the middle North Father. Oh, I suggest we relocate there. Your assigned tasks here having wrapped up. Oh, and before we set off, do you have any information to share in advance? We're planning to compile a comprehensive encyclopedia cataloging the notable characteristics of these corridors and all their connection. Lochi, your cooperation will be most appreciated. Kiara seemed to hesitate, gnawing at her nails as if she was going through an inner struggle. Before long, however, she snapped out of it like she just locked in on a decision. Sure, I got stuff to tell you, like hell stuff. Some parts are kind of fuzzy, not gonna lie, but I can still recall like 20 places clear enough. I mean, it was home for me and Papa, so... I got nothing. I never once regarded that fucker's room as home, and my memories of it are all fragments at best. The scabbard gave a faint, restless stare. Perhaps it wanted to comfort Ryoshu in the only way it could. I fucking love that we have a Raya here all the time, you know? I was eating while doing the interval, so I didn't read. Okay, Ismael, that's kind of sad. How did you not know the rabbits of Lobocorp? The rabbits and reindeer and rhinos in the other games. Oh god, I am so stupid. I am so stupid. I think I got R Corp and N Corp confused. I got R Corp and N Corp. Okay, yeah, of course, it's... Of course, R Corp are animals. I forgot. Those are cyber animals, you know? Yes, absolutely. God damn it. Yeah, I was thinking... Okay, I am thinking of N Corp, so I was like, those were knights. I mean, they did some kind of animal hybrids with some enemies, but that was weird. It was not furry. No, of course, R Corp. I am so stupid. Anyways, the scabbard gave a... No worry. And accompanied by its tremors, we began to move towards the corridor of the middle. Wait, R Corp is protogens? Sexy. No.
오늘 부끄럽지 않았습니다.
Holy shit.
우리를 바로 세우는 데 일조하였으니 내일은 더 떳떳이 살아갈 수 있겠군요.
Wait, do I have rewards? Fuck. No, I don't have enough rewards. We're not really making that... What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. I misclicked. Yes, you're cooking. You're absolutely cooking.
좀 채울까?
Who said that? The heck? They swiped everything that wasn't nailed down, huh? Fret not. I spied fighter half of thy worldly possessions. Articulated fixer figurines, video game cartridges. I'm not talking about my toy box, okay? I had a hell of many of them anyways. My TV is gone. The couch too. As Kira said, only a conspicuous empty space was left, where the television and family couch set used to be. All those, Elsie researchers hauled them away. From the sound of it, they were going to set them up in their staff lounge. Maybe you can sit there if you behave, you know. Grinch, should I join the ring? Faufism comes with a free build-your-own fursuit kit. No, don't join the ring. 40 notes. Somebody told me that it's 14, not 40. But anyways, as for the leather and ornaments, they say they'll be selling them off. Yeah. Iris seemed to notice something the moment she caught Kyra's wistful look. The corner of her lips curled into a faint smile as she spoke with faint nonchalance. Who knows? With sufficient cooperation, perhaps they become more receptive to the idea of returning those items. Assuming much, I never said I wanted them back. Anyways, I'll tell you all about what I know, so come this way if you want it. These two doors here, made from paper and wood, they connect to S-Corp. What does S-Corp do? And that one reinforced with steel, that one leads to V-Corp, Backstreets, where... Having lived here and made frequent use of the doors herself, Kira was clearly the right person for the job of identifying where each door Wayfarer Company had asked us to explore led. Directed by Kira and accompanied by Alan, we checked the doors one by one. Good work. All that seems to match. Thank you for your cooperation. Escorp is Smek score. Oh no, shut up. I mean, no. But Loki, I could draw green as a ring Fauvist. Cats do that. I would fucking love it. Until there was just one back door left to open. Just because I love artwork, you know. Alan is an Effie, but dislikable. Okay. I know this isn't anything new, but I've got to say, these back doors are just too bloody convenient. Them portals too. It ain't doing anything shady like Warp Train either, is it? Yours is as simple as turning the knob and entering. Seems to me you'll outpace your business rival in no time. I'm a bit hard-pressed to agree with the too convenient sentiment when it comes to using backdoors on portals, but since your intent was to claim Wayfarer superiority over the current W Corp, I'll take that as a compliment. Did I say something wrong? Every technology comes with a cost, Heathcliff. Aptly said. Well, this has been a workday relatively free of casualties, thanks to the quality information you have provided. Do understand that Wayfarer Company's primary service includes pathfinding, path security, and path maintenance. Each of those services is fraught with life-threatening dangers for our employees. Some never return after embarking on a pathfinding journey. Some are killed while battling monstrous entities, whose exact natures haven't been confirmed yet. That appears in the liminal space between paths. We are going to the fucking back doors! Guys, they're using the fucking back doors to traverse. That's kind of cool. And they're called back doors. Okay, that's kind of cool. The actual back rooms. Yeah! They just connect to paths, but to connect to paths you need to walk through the back doors. That's actually kind of insane. That would make an absolutely amazing like second kind of game, you know? You go and you have to do as pathfinders. You send the IDs as your seniors as pathfinding, and it's more like an adventure kind of sort instead of a fucking mirror dungeon. Oh my god, Ishmael. Anyways, it also cost a pretty penny to keep the secured path. Well, secure. I'd say our operating cost is on the rather steep side, especially considering that we're also trying to prevent our rivals from taking this corner of the market. Thinking back, I don't think I've ever seen Alan enter a door to a new location with his helmet off. It must be one of his precautions, just in case. Maybe his dry smile and unsettling lack of reaction to anything are hints that he's simply seen too much to be faced by most horrors. Which ring? No, Fauvism. Still, our work's gotten considerably easier for this job thanks to the help from everyone here. Honestly, this partnership is working much better than I expected. Very well then, let's take a look at the last door. Is the door Papa used to walk through all the time. I followed Kira into the door, and the second I crossed over the threshold, a breeze carrying an oddly familiar salty smell tickled the tip of my nose. Clock hands. This one connects to somewhere in the general Great Lake area, it seems. Welcome to U-Corp's giant Stingray port ship. Stingray, huh? Why does that ring a bell? Hang on a minute. Is that place in it? That port ship that has Salon du Mulux, the private hair salon? God damn it. The Lucius hair. Heathcliff chimed in with a shudder, as though the sheer weight behind his words terrified him. Doth it signify then that we shall finally be audience to young Heathcliff and his hairdo boss Lucius? God damn it. Quit it with that Lucius nonsense, lass. Why encourage me now, when you were so cavalier about blasting my villainous arse back at the lake? Indeed, alas, 'tis true that punishment wrought upon our merry band hath severely outweighed the crime. Wouldn't thou not agree? Young Heathcliff, glad to put the coupons to use, would remedy the pain as image? Hypocrite. I ain't even got anyone to spruce up for anyone. Sweet, then can I use them? We're regulars at Muel Luke's place, Papa and me. Papa would ask the middle fam for a favor, and he'd bring loads of coupons back home. They give away a hair coupon every 10 visits. I see, so I... What am I even yapping about? All excited. Kira, who'd seemed ready to launch into a cheerful rant, came to an abrupt pause, like a bike tripping over a ledge. Her face fell as she lowered her gaze and scuffed a pebble away. Looking back, I guess Papa did hella care for me, so why? But it's also true, these guys went out of their way to get me out of there, even though they didn't know me so well. Why is it gotta be so complicated? Matthias gave you that anesthetic BC. The heck's a BC? Bowl cut. Bro, listen. Like I said, that's not how you shorten these things. Puff. For some reason, Ryosho seemed almost gleeful to hear Kira correcting her acronym. Oh. It was reminiscent of that self-satisfied look she'd get after confusing you with these acronyms, especially during the early days of our bus journey. Thinking back, ever since English translations became reliable enough, the series had less reasons to voice their frustration with Ryosho's acronyms, which in turn gave her few causes to snicker about. I'm not sure why, but something tells me that she might be making her acronyms ridiculously comprehensible on purpose. If your conjecture is correct, Executive Manager, she has one tasteless sense of humor. No, that's actually good. My dear Skiro went from 45 SP to minus 45. I mean, think about the past, just that, you know. From what I recall, the toys and games he was into were pretty retro. Must have been annoying to play along. At first, but the more I played along, the more I got into it. Still corny and juvenile as shit, though. I know aught of that conflict within thee. Trifling and apocryphal they may be, yet we are all compelled to peer inwards at the interest of the family. Yeah, I wanted to know what Papa was into, to really get what he was talking about. Besides, I needed to know these things if I wanted to chat him up and talk about a mutual subject, so... He'd tell me about you all the time, Yoshihide. Proud shit. Not a day went by without him saying stuff like, Yoshihide learned this in 2 days, or, yo, this was Yoshihide's faith, you know? Too bad I wasn't here to tell you that his words weren't worth shit. I once thought of him the same as you do now, a good man, at least among the nurse fathers, caring enough to bring me gifts. But one day, I realized that he never understood the things I really cared about, even if his life had depended on it. One day, thou sayest? Pray tell, was there aught that had changed thy perception of that man? That I don't remember when or why, just that it happened. Wait, I might know this. Wasn't it something that happened at school? Papa told me that the things started getting awkward between you and him ever since you quit school. Thinking about my dad makes me lose 90 SP too. Damn, cats, damn. That's kind of sad. Bullshit. I never been to school. I never even thought of wanting to go to school. Matthias must have been talking out of his ass again. No way, bro. I even saw a clip of it. What? Papa showed me that video when he was teaching me how to use these doors. I even saw baby you going? I'm after school, Dad, in that video. I'm pretty dang sure. But I don't. As Kira went on, Ryosho's confidence from her initial retort seemed to slip away. I couldn't blame her. So much of her memory had been mutilated. Ryosho didn't sound like she was denying it out of hand, though. She seemed to mean it when she said she'd never been to school and had never even wanted to. And I want to glimpse the fragments of memory that made her say that. The moment I willed it, a scene from her past suddenly flashed across my eyes. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from school. There is a subsidiary of the ring. Academy? You sure it was a school? Not like an art academy or something like it? Wait, that kind of makes more sense, yeah. Must have been an academy, not a school. Academy of Art. Ha. Ryosha muttered a few words as though they were pieces of a puzzle she was assembling. Then, after a brief moment, she turned towards me with an astounded scoff and look of mild irritation. Look, you deserve a smack. Oh, ow. Then a light smacked me upside the head with her scabbard. What was that for? This memory sucks, look. I would have been just fine without it. But at least I got to remember the incident that changed my perspective on Matthias. Dad, how do I go to a school? School, Yoshihide? Well, I don't see why you would wish, let alone need, to go to such an institution when we nurse fathers are here to provide you with all the education you require. You would later find our unique style of homeschooling to have been much more enlightening than trudging through any of the nest formulaic education systems. Thank you, My Hero Academia. Why My Hero Academia? Because you are my hero, and in an academy, alright. My god, stupid. Stop with the stupid comments. But Dad, I saw him in a picture book, and I don't have any friends here. Oh, Rian, and he's pointless. But it is true that there are qualities that can be learned only through group eruditions that engenders competition. Very well, Yoshihide. I will register you in an institution that is not entirely dissimilar from a school. Really? I intend to send Yoshihide to an academy as part of my education curriculum. There's an academy of art, a subsidiary of the ring. Companionship with other talented children approximately her age will nourish the spirit of inspiration that will guide Yoshihide's growth. Oh my god, the fucking beeper. I don't believe Callisto's sword hand guard is a ribcage, but that shit's not human. Maybe it's a... No, that looks very human. The press group approves. But Callisto, I'll tell you now that you might be making a mistake. And how are you so certain of that? Do elaborate, if you can. Hand puppet of the prescript. By whom every aspect of existence is articulated. What do you even know of choice? Of what is right or wrong? And off they went. Perhaps a little more situational awareness would have prevented what is to come. Callisto had found me a rather decent academy. The artworks that used to scare me when I was alone weren't so bad when I was with other kids. No, that's not quite it. It'd be more accurate to say that I started to understand people's perspective on beauty. Of course I would, when all we ever did was nod along to the lecturers and spout purple prose, all the while making pincushions out of people's bodies like it was nothing. Oh, that's how she learned about art. The spine is too fucking big? Maybe? I don't know about biology. Our lessons today will focus on corporist techniques. Now, take a quick look at the diagram here. Then the mannequins before you, with the blood vessels in the same pattern as the diagram end. I don't know why we're even learning about corporist stuff in this day and age. Right? I don't get what's the point of this slog is. Tying and shaping blood vessels to make a color that a drop of ink can do better. I read that in a book. I'm more excited to learn about cubist techniques than this crap. Honestly, why is this washed up movement even a part of the curriculum? It's just boring, shallow gore stuff. Well, Cats, you were right. Maybe two spines, one source from someone else. Maybe that would make sense. No, it's gory, but it's boring and shallow only because you guys are bad at it. What? Oh, you mad because your dad is a lame corporist? Oh, is he? No wonder her stuff is just as ow. I was taught that people who say bad things about my family deserve to get their butts kicked. Then bad-mouthing Callisto wasn't actually what set me off. I didn't have any special reverence or attachment to family like Matthias did either. It's just what I was taught to dislike, that's all. Just one of those tantrum kids of that age have. Kids will be kids and all that. I'm home, Dad. Hey, buddy, you're home early. Oh man, must have been playing rough today, huh? You've got dust all over. Got into a fight. fight. Those eyes scared the crap out of me. Could be too... Yeah, they kept saying dumb things about class stuff, so I smack them. What about you? They didn't hit you anywhere, did they, buddy? On my cheek, but it's okay, because I punched them these many more times. Did I do good? That's my girl. Dad? Where are you going? Oh, you know, just got some business to take care of. Why don't you sit tight and work on a coloring book? Then we'll be home before you know it. Okay, is it bro business? No, it's family business. I ain't seeing what's so bad about taking care of your own. Them naughty sods don't learn respect. Let you beat it into them. If only he'd been a simple-minded fool like you, then the story would have ended right there, with a pat on my head. What? Papa? I mean, the middle doesn't stop there. It never does. You hurt a member of the family. That automatically gets you written up in the book. Yeah, and he did what he did in the end. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't feel scared by this. Huh? There you are, Yoshihide. His class is starting already? My distant little girl. Wonder who she takes after. Dad? I know. I said I'll be back before you know it, but I got a bit lost trying to find my way through that ring's bastard tricky mazes. You know how they are. Oh yeah, there are so many sniveling brats here. Well, as for their crimes, they slapped my buddy's face hard enough to leave a mark. That's an arm for you. As for the instructors, well, anyone agree that they did one sorry job of keeping these tykes under control? In that case, pursuant to Title 2, Section 52 of the book, execution by beheading, they clearly... Oh, okay. They clearly don't got much use for what sits in their shoulders, huh? How do you like it, buddy? Papa's the best, ain't he? How dare he? Such senseless barbaric violence. Uncultured, uncivilized animal. Do not be discouraged, dearest Yoshihide. I have an eye out, yet another academy worthy of your talents. It is a much more significant and prestigious institution this time. I assure you, even an intemperate berserker like Matthias won't dare force his way into such a place as he did the previous academy. I don't wanna... Yoshihide? I don't want to go to an academy. I don't want to go. I don't need friends anyway. For all his posturing, nothing that was ever important to me held any significance to Matthias. He took a lot away from me just to feel good about himself. So I hoped he, more than anyone, would never find out about the things I held dear, because I was afraid he would take them away from me, like he did the others. But he'd always catch on faster than he had any rights to. Every contract that took me away from the House of Spiders made me tremble in anxiety, because I was worried about, I don't remember what, but I do know that I could never stop thinking about my room. So whatever occupied the room in my absence must have been the most precious thing to me in the world. The scabbard, which had been stirring lightly as Ryoshu recounted her past, soon began to rattle audibly. It's doing that thing again. Ryoshu patted the scabbard with a gentle, reassuring hand. The scabbard that was once Araya, a memory without attachment. It appeared to be almost as though he was pacifying a crying child. Seeing that gesture, Heathcliff briefly cast a sullen yet faintly expectant gaze between Ryoshu's scabbard and my device. He must have been thinking back to his last conversation with Catherine. But Catherine's existence, unlike Araya's, was erased by the golden bow itself. I doubt this device could do anything for Heathcliff at this point. From everything we know, the Ring Norse father seems to have been the least awful parental figure in your childhood. Huh, yeah? They know about the Robo-Ong was such a radical guy. He sent you to an academy like you wanted and even got angry on your behalf. Oh, hazy memories, almost forgot to mention. A few days after that, Callisto left a snowman by my pillow as a gift. It was made of heads. Heads? Yeah, decapitated heads from the incident of the academy, threaded together into a sculpture. Thinking back, it was once so excuse for an art. He's sorely mistaken if he thought some low effort bullshit like that could make me feel better. Low effort. That's the problem. Could have spared us the details, lass. Well, with that covered, do you guys want to head back? Hang on. What's up? Gonna get the delicious treatment before heading back? Shut it, you. That ain't it. Look there, those blokes walking out of the salon. Oh no, the Fauvists. Ain't they? They found us. It'd be odd to find a field branch of the ring art movement in a different district of the city, especially that of the Fauvist scale. However, various evidence such as their masks and the fact that our group has immediately drawn their attention suggests that they are in the same pack as the ones making regular incursions into the House of Spiders. This is LCB speaking to team leader Alwyn, requesting immediate commencement of lockdown sequence. Copy that. They wonder when we... Holy shit, guys, stop. Bloody hell, what? Don't you know where you are? You're smack dab in the middle protected turf. Cousin and bro and sisters of the middle will be here any second. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a problem. We've already drawn the ring's unwanted attention. We certainly don't want the middle coming after us to the House of Spiders too. Sounds like you've got a GI. Talk. Good idea, I got it. Yeah, low effort work is bad. Ever played Whack-A-Mole? Like, why give ourselves a countdown? Just head back through the door and beat whoever thinks it's a great idea to walk in through the door. She puts forth a sound strategy. Executive manager, as long as there's no high-ranking officer among them, it'll be to our benefit. Well then, let's do as Kira says. I fucking love Kira. That was quick. Alan blinked, shooting us a puzzled look as our entire squad came pouring through the door, long before he finished the lockdown sequence. Due to nearly emerging complications past the door, we have concluded that this location is the optimal point to intercept and engage the infiltrators from the ring. This location, you say? Ah, wait. The door leads to a zone under a syndicate or a wing's protection, doesn't it? Better idea to fight here, then. At least Alan is smart. I was really hoping this would get us another Ricardo rematch. That would have been so fucking fun. Happy to work with someone quick on the uptake. It wasn't long before the Fauvists began rushing in through the open door. I wanted to summon them while they're relaxing, but, well, it can't be helped. And I summoned the sinners back to work. Yeah, it's very tacky. Very tacky artwork. Oh! Fucking love the middle soundtrack. It's great. It's a great soundtrack. Well, this is the last fight today. We will finish this tomorrow, probably. We're in the middle, in the midpoint, right? Cats, can you confirm, please? Yeah, I don't think it should be called artwork. Only because it's... How can I say this? AI is not really thinking. It's just using stuff that is similar to do stuff, you know? This Intervallo has 40 nodes. You have said that it doesn't have 40 nodes. Okay, cats. I win the midpoint. Oh god, they fucking staggered Honglu.
무기를 만드는 것만큼 내가 어버이보다 뛰어나지.
Wow, they're winning clashes now. Oh, I thought you were saying the middle because I said the middle, the songs of the middle. Yeah, thanks, cats. Never mind. I just misunderstood what you meant. How many of them there are? Well, The middle's music never misses. I know, the middle music is so fucking goated. But yeah, this is just goon fights. And it's goon fights against the same fucking guys over and over again. Can't wait. Okay, if this fight is long enough, we might be able to see the fake Furioso, you know? The Furioso replica.
산소력 경혈 라샹 끝을 낼 시간.
They can only have this music playing when we meet millers. They walk with the music playing, you know? That's kind of cool. Too bad they are fucking insane. Honglu, stop fucking missing your fucking... Thank God. Fucking coin tosses, you know? Here comes the double attack to another guy. Oh, he's already staggered. He's... well, he survived. Never mind, he didn't survive. So does one just stand in the background with a speaker or something? I think they walk with the speakers, you know? I do think they walk with the speakers. As long as you don't try to leave them, join the mill is the best way to stay alive in the city. Don't you need to be, like, goated? I think living in a nest is better than that, you know? I mean, I have to agree that the middle is the least bad for their own people. we have Furioso replica. We have Furioso replica. I am sorry, guys. We have Furioso replica. It's time to just see the Furioso replica's animation because it's fucking goated. There you go, Furioso replica. I hope they survive it long enough. Fucking Furioso replica. Nice. See, Furioso replica. Furioso replica is great.
완벽하게 수행되었지.
They didn't have too much health. They really didn't have health at the end.
그렇다면 여전히
Wait.
아무것도 인간.
We're gonna finish with something big. Living in a nest runs the risk of the corp grabbing you and experimenting on you, or getting caught up in various other shit. That's true, but at the same time... Oh, you're doing the Intervallo too. Nice, Keeper. How much do we have? Oh, we don't have that much. I will read this one and then we will finish, okay? Because I love the story. Okay, and that about wraps up the Mills corridor. Thanks to you folk, we managed to cut the door cataloging workload by 80%. I really appreciate everyone going the extra mile to check each and every door too. Made my life a whole lot easier. It's all thanks to the manager's excellent strategization. Next up, the Thumbs corridor. But we actually found a lot of intel lying around there, so we just need you to check some of the doors in its basement. Intel? The manager expressed interest in the aforementioned intel. That. In the Thumb corridor, we came across a bundle of papers detailing the comings and goings of the Thumb members, and the orders they were carrying. Whoever wrote the logs has been diligently keeping them updated. The last entry was written not so long ago. While the contents of the notes weren't all that interesting, they helped us get an idea of where each door in the corridor leads to. Valentina's shitty scrap papers. She'd been keeping up with that useless shit this whole time. Hello, she said. Guys, I moved into a nest. You losers are still living in the back street. Brokies, like I'll have nothing to do all day. Write about nothing. There's like literally nothing. Okay. Oh god. Remember how K-Corp led an abnormal rampage inside the nest to get more lively footage to traumatize a big eyeball? Ah. Yeah, I agree. She said, Book of Vengeance. The nest is not gonna protect you from the Book of Vengeance. But yeah, no, true. The nests are not that safe. Useless shit. Remnants of her desperate search for a threat to cling to. You found one of her backup tickets hoards. Unlike any doors that need work with a drone, there should be about 3 or 4 of them. While you guys do that, I've got some leftover work to take care of here, so I've been noticing this throughout our interactions. But whenever anything irrelevant to his work came up, Alan seemed to have a way of unhearing and maneuvering right past it, as though he didn't even register what was said. Recalling to our conversation with Cisara back at P-Corp, that deeply uncurious indifference might just be one of the essential personality traits to go on as a corporate employee in the city. I mean, it works. I'm good tomorrow. I have to work on something called Mountain of Smiling Bodies. Well, I just hope your Mountain of Smiling Bodies don't eat too many bodies. I just give you that luck, okay? Understood. We will explore the areas past the marked doors and return here. Thanks a ton. Well then, with Alan returning to where the other Wayfarer Company employees were huddled around, we decided to follow the corridor to the left. Hey, there's something in there. More of the ring, maybe? Going by their silhouettes, they're unlikely to be members of the ring. Come on, lady. Get out of my way so I can see. Oh, is that the detective? Some stubby guy I don't know. And that annoying airy dude. Sounds like Moses, Gregor, and Honglu, respectively. Oh, Gregor's here! The trio's conversation grew clearer the closer I approached them. You okay, fella? You bumped your head earlier. Huh. Fine as a fiddle. It was just a minor fall. This is the 3rd time it's occurred. We ought to discuss this issue with the manager once this consultation is over. I think I'm seeing a bump on the side of Hongru's head. Anyways, you know what to do, right? If at any moment you see signs of... Don't worry, Gregor. You made it through the explanation and the footage both. You're going to be fine again. I believe in you. Look at you now. We're right where it happened, but your arm is stable. See? Ironically, fear tends to grow most unmitigated when it is distant and unseen. I understand what you might be worried about, but I don't see even the earliest portents of it. So don't hesitate to share the unfiltered thoughts that rise while you're in here. Poor Greg. Poor Greg, you know. Yeah, he's absolutely a goat. He's a great goat. I don't need your help to... You backstreet livers. I'm in the rest now. Yes, I hope you get fed to the smiling buddies. I know what I saw in the footage, but I'm having a hard time believing it. Or I don't know. Maybe just avoiding the truth when it's staring me right in the face. Yeah, she has big thighs. My case is nothing like Don Quixote's. She just needs to keep her shoes on. And it's all good and dandy for her, isn't it? Things don't work out that way for me. Whatever they are talking about sounds hella deep, guys. You sure about eavesdropping on him like this? Huh? That geezer's always weirdly cagey about himself. Maybe now's our chance to learn more about him. He's sharing such an IS about himself for once. Why walk away? Don Quixote gives a nonsensical interpretation of Ryoshu's acronym, and Kira rolls her eyes out of exasperation. Emily, thanks for subscribing! Guys, I found out my 15 months of Versi apparently. Very nice! 15 months of being subscribed to me. Thanks a lot, Emily. I want to eat Hongru's smile. You want a depressed smile? Okay. Can you take away the text box and let me lick them? Thighs? No. Between the bickering Sinners and Kira, however, Audis stands in silence, with an inscrutable look in her face. She is listening to the exchange between Moses and Gregor, like a woman possessed. Okay, let's skip listening then. Audis was right. Damn it. She was right all along. The war isn't over. It never was. And it can never be over as long as this fucking joke of a gift stays attached to my arm. No, cats. No. Streams are good and they're cheering. Oh, thanks, Emily. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Barbed words. Now let's revisit a question you couldn't answer while the footage was playing. Hopefully, it's become easier to answer now. You've been using that arm to fight just fine so far. How? I don't mind fighting hostile enemies. I'm not that kind of person who worries about people trying to kill me. But killing my comrades, that changes things, doesn't it? I can even control it. There's nothing I can do to even brace for it. It's unstoppable, like some kind of time bomb, counting down to unleash a disease you never know when its symptoms set off. Okay, bye-bye, Emily. Even Heathcliff, who was always the first to step up when people began to spiral into self-hatred, stood in conflicted silence, his lips drawing a hard, straight line. Besides, Gregor wasn't wrong in that. At present, there wasn't any way to stop his transformation should it occur again. We've still got a good chunk of the journey left, and eventually we'll have to... No matter what lurks in the past of our sinners, even if they have killed hundreds, thousands, no, 10,000s of innocent people, will you still embrace them? Well, eventually, have to confront an even darker, bleaker truth of the war. Can I really trust Gregor not to crumble under that inevitable pressure? I see. You're afraid you'll end up hurting us. Well, that's... At first, I thought I couldn't give a hoot whether or not I accidentally murdered some of you. It's a bit saddening to hear that. You know how it is, Honglu. We, the bus team, didn't exactly get off to a rocking good start. But through our journey, I began to think of you all as my comrades. And I was okay with that because I had too much faith in my own weakness. When I realized that I'd grown so weak that I couldn't even take down some backstreet thugs with this arm, I was relieved. Imagine that, the same arm, my arm, a weapon that stabbed the heart out of countless people during the Smoke War. I'll be honest, when that Hohenheim fellow said that I was an exception, the thought alone made me hope. Exception, a potential to be harnessed, weaker than even a non-combatant like Yisang. It made me hope for a life that didn't sound so bad. We all know how that went though, don't we? Blew up in the worst possible way. And after all that, I just couldn't bring myself to fight again, because I no longer know when this fear would eat me up again, because I'm constantly afraid of this damn gift manifesting again. The same fear you've carried all this time. How did you endure it before? Badly. Barely. Holding on to the idea that the living's gotta live on and nothing else. This really brings me back years. The memories are so clear that it's like they all happened yesterday. Best you kick me off the bus before push comes to shove. That can't be the answer, Gregor. You can walk away, but the danger of our journey won't live with you. Dante and the rest of us will still be facing an endless repeats of peril. And it's not like leaving the bus will bring peace to your heart. Or deaths can be reversed should an accident occur, even if it comes at the cost of Dante's suffering. The same can't be said for most people in the city. I love how Honglu changed after this canto. Same. He's a lot more normal, settled, like grounded. Now that's something I never expected to hear from you. I guess you're right. If you're seeing this through to any kind of end, this would be the place to do so. Not many places in the city have some warmth to them like this one does. Boy, this consultation thing's pretty embarrassing. I mean, it's not like I was forced to go through something as traumatizing as yours, Honglu. Truth to be told, I'm not some special case. Everyone who participated in that war must have gone through more or less the same experience. Miss Moses, Auris, and even Valencina, that piece of work. We can attach a number to our misfortunes, as if there's something to be measured. When I fled from my past, I tried my hardest to avert my eyes from it. But you, Gregor, you're not like me. Every few steps that distanced you from the past, you'd come to pause and spare a look towards the path you had walked. All those years I let slip by, all those that slip you by are dotted with fathoms of suffering that are both ineffable and beyond measure. Different experiences, different pain. Still, there's one thing common to everyone, is that trauma leaves after effects that linger for a long time. What are yours? I dislike loud noises and people who talk too much. They sound too much like the cacophony of the war, like screaming comrades who resented me even as they lay dying, and the wounds they left in my heart bled me dry. But I thought you were fond of Miss Ezra, Miss Moses. I've talked too much. That aside, haven't you heard your fill? Might as well come out from the corner you're hiding in. Oh man, then you have been dropping heaps this whole time. I was actually waiting for just the right time to come out and say a few words, but I couldn't find an appropriate moment to. Ah well, I would have had to share this with Manager Bot, or the rest of you fellas sooner or later, so I don't really mind, but... What's she doing here? TA. Temporary ally? No temporary accompaniment. Don't be an asshole. I'm working my ass off to help you guys. Pleased to make your acquaintance. You're right on time. I've been working on a theory, but I don't have all the clues to be absolutely certain. A word from someone in the know may immensely prove my confidence in this theory. Moses and Ezra Yuri. Ooh, nice. Kira, do you know which door the Thumb Norse father was most attached to? No, duh. That's supposed to be obvious. Didn't you guys all see her? You think I just shut up with a scary lady like that? Moses, please crush my head with them thighs. Say it on me, Moses. I mean, what? Dude, she was beating the ever-loving shit out of Lucio every time I saw them together. Oh yeah, he went down fighting you guys to the end, huh? Yeah. Said stuff about her generosity and all that and fought till he died. Damn, that's unexpected. Being real for a sec here, I thought he was totally gonna swap sides. Really? That lad? And why is that? You know, the vibes. You guys don't know because you haven't seen him long without that scary lady always looming over him. Kira so me. I love Kira. What's up? Gonna stop her right in the spine? You. Look, I think you might be training wrong, because, like, you're not improving as much as you should from all that grind. Let me show you what I learned about sword swinging from this comic book. That is not how my master has instructed me. The textbook cannot be permitted to have even a single deviation if it means to repay the debt it owes her. Why are you so obsessed with all that crap anyways? I don't even like that old lady. But you're not so different from me in that regard, are you? Bro, the heck you're talking about? I love my papa. Seriously, I thought the things were gonna crash and burn before Yoshihide even came home. Supposed textbook, and I had that in common. If this one doesn't know, let me redirect that question towards you, Shinryu. Hopefully this touches upon one of your more intact memories. Do you know which of these doors the Thumb Norse father showed particular attachment to? Or the door she used most often? Not gonna lie, I wish Lucio lived too. Same, Lucio was not that bad. I feel kind of bad for Lucio. I really feel bad for Lucio. Honestly, all the... how's this called? All the apprentices, I feel bad for the apprentices. None of them did anything, I mean, besides killing people, but I mean, it's the city. But no one of them were that bad, you know? Like, Lucio was just basically forced to that, and he was not enjoying it. Kira's just Kira. She was lucky. The other two tried even to stop Ryoshu. I forgot their names. I honestly just forgot the names. But okay, those others too, they were not that bad, you know? Everything was shit because of the fucking Norse fathers. Okay, even Albina was like mentally dumb, but not completely bad. Like, yeah, she had a passion for art, but she was like, oh yeah, I want to make friends. I mean, I think she was also dealable with, you know? It was just the Norse fathers that broke everything. Areyashiki's real. Yes, Areyashiki's real. I forgot their names. God damn it. Anyways, hopefully this touches upon the most... Okay, why ask me? Fine, yes, I do remember. I don't even need clock help to piece it back together. It's that one. Though with metal pieces dangling from it. Holy shit, I almost died out there. Son of a bitch. A fucking fly. Where did those G-Corp fucks even drag those gross pests for them? Yeah, they all could have been saved. Mom, are you okay? Do I look okay to you, Ticket? Not really. Huh, I'm fine, you know, I don't break that easy. You should have been there to see me tear the head of that G-Corp vermin, Ticket. But Mom, your leg's bleeding a lot. Here comes another mission, boy. They really can't do shit without me, huh? So much for a break. The fuck is this? Bandages for you. Is this kid seriously? They've got truckloads of expensive treatments on the ready to patch me up. The moment I get back to my field... Well, okay, never mind that. Hey, this works. Sit tight and don't start any trouble. I'll teach you some sword techniques once I'm back. Must have been her ears in the smoke war. Fighting in the war took a lot out of her and left her perpetually exhausted. Hello, Salty. Wait, I already said hi, Salty. Anyways, broom broom. But she marched to every battle with a smile. Stopped drinking. Stopped beating me too. Like a blissful idiot who forgot that she was still neck deep in the inescapable pit called the House of Spiders. Well, the ironic peace didn't last. Sometime after the war ended, someone she called the consigliere of the Thumb visited the House of Spiders as a tutor. And that's when she went right back to drinking herself into a shit-faced stupor day after day. What did she do? The beatings returned, and so did the edge in her profanities. It was pathetic. Hold on. Why though? Sure, I was on the losing side. But wasn't Valentine on the winning side? A war hero and all that? Ever heard of the regulations that prevent Smoke War participants from moving into L Corp and K Corp nests? She was trying to get into a fucking nest. The common thread between these post-war rules is that they make the lives of veterans difficult. Dubious rules that don't discriminate between winners and losers. I see. There must have been things going on behind the scenes there too. That's I know L. Okay, sorry. But doesn't that mean that Backdoor will just drop us into a trench they dug during the war? Yes, and Gregor will be the one to open it. With me? Yes, others can do it for you. But what would the point be? You sure this won't just end up giving him more nightmares? I don't see how this helps him in any way. We do not have any means to treat whatever it is that slumbers within his arm. However, I would surmise that the underlying cause of his sudden transformation wasn't the arm itself. Then what? It's trauma. His arm to control after his psyche was crushed by the weight of the unspeakable memories coming to haunt him. It's not because the arm went berserk that he started reliving his painful past. It's the other way around. Isn't that so? If you can come to understand that the war is really over, and that what others says no matter how closely they echo in the past, is not necessarily aimed at you. Then you may be able to loosen your grip on the fear and anxiety that your arm could metamorphose at any moment. While her suggestions may seem blunt, it is one of the basic treatments principles of M Corp's psychotherapy centers. Fine then. Guess I'll open it up. Gregor walked up to the door, grabbed its handle, then paused, taking slow deep breaths. And with one arm, he gently opens the door. Toma, why are you running? You should be taking the lead on the front lines with our G Corp, banner held high. Kindson, I don't want to die. Yuri? Oh, right. We're seeing his memories. It's nice to have a place to go back to. Kerman. All right, happy 15th birthday. But you can't possibly have the cheek to call me cruel. You G-Corp pests were far more messed up than I ever was, ripping people apart, cannibalizing them. You were nothing but a swarm of fucked up monsters. I thought I'd woken up from the dream. But I was still. Oh no, we have to fight Gregor again. We have to fight fucking Gregor again. Continuable? Are all of them continuable? Oh yeah, all of them are continuable. Never mind. I'm kind of stupid. This one is 100. Well, guys, this will be for the next time. I don't know what's waiting for us in there. We have to beat Gregor and his 3 Pablolings. No, that's gonna be awful. Okay, but we have to do that. We have to do that. We'll do this next time. Honestly, I fucking love Limbus Company story. It's like interesting enough to keep me reading. It doesn't drag on like fucking Arknights. I fucking love playing Arknights, but how it is written, it is so fucking boring after a while, you know? And, well, Zenless Zone series is just fun. It's a very corny, but it's a shonen anime in a game, so I like it. No, don't remind me, Invitation to Wine. That was so fucking slow. Fucking 3 hours for three stages. We had, this is balanced, you know? I feel like Limbus Company is really balanced on the amount of gameplay times the amount of things that you have to write, to read and understand, you know? Arknights is just too much reading. God damn it. Even the new chapters are even worse. It's word after word after word after word, and it goes forever. Like, okay, I finished the level. I don't want to spend 30 minutes reading fucking story. It's unbalanced. It's really unbalanced. Fucking love Arknights. Playing it is fucking amazing. But nah, nothing beats Limbus in the story. In gameplay wise, let's be honest, Limbus Company gets a little bit repetitive. Like really fast. It is very repetitive. There's so many words with little meaning. It's like making an essay. I know Kim Ji-hoon is an Arknight's whale, so I think he knew what Arknight's issues are and how to fix them. He also made 2 games before this one. And I don't want to remember something, guys, but Lobocorp was also not the best written game. It was really fun. It was really interesting what was happening. But the way it was written, it was a lot to be desired. Library just hit it right, you know? Library Ruina hit it right. And this is just like the continuation. And they know how to write better now, so it's actually working pretty well. It's very interesting. Character has motivations. It doesn't have empty words because empty words happen, like Arknights. It's good, you know. Lobocorp in a nutshell, pain and lag. And pixels being stolen. And bugs. You forgot the bugs. God damn it, I had to install mods for things to not break. I should make my own game. I really want to make my own game, you know? Then let me check. Nah, I have only 460. Maybe tomorrow we'll have it unlocked because I can play a couple mirror dungeons and unlock him. Fucking Yasod, stealing my pixels. I knew that Yasod was Chinese. Anyways, guys, okay, let's do. It's like I love. The only reason I keep playing Limbus is because it's fucking goated. The story's fucking goated. The story's the only thing that keeps me playing Limbus. If it was just the gameplay, I would have left Limbus because it's pretty repetitive. And Limbus has the problem. Limbus has a different problem than Arknights. Arknights, when you get the very, very OP operators, you can still lose. Well, you can lose here if you don't read, but Arknights, every fight feels like a different kind of challenge. I don't like that Limbus has so many goon fights, but it's because of the type of game it is, you know. Oh, but we still have a couple things left to play, you know. So tomorrow we will have it. Anyways, what do we have here? There. Well, I have this. Oh, cats, do you want to see how many times I have cleared the mirror dungeon? Oh, I still don't have it. I don't have it. Is there any way I can show how many times I have cleared the new mirror dungeon? Because 410 is the old one. Oh, I think I need to finish some of the missions. When do I get that? I think it's level 100? Yeah, it's level 100. God damn it. Limbus has lots of reading too, but at least the words actually count, if you know what I mean. I know. No, Limbus reading, it's much better than how's this called? That Arknights reading. It's just that Arknights, the levels in Arknights, winning the levels, it's much more fun. Also, the AEs of Arknights, you can enter, you can have fun, you can try different teams, and because it's a tower defense game, it's just a little bit more replayable. Mirror Dungeon for me is just farming. This is just farming for ADs, you know? It has become just farming. You just go in and play. Limbus doesn't have a lot of reading, though. I mean, it has a lot of reading in the story parts, but it's not a lot, you know? It's like good. It's the right amount of reading, I would say. Arknights, it's so fucking long, and when you start reading, it's like, oh god, the chapter of Arknights has 40,000 words, and it's like, oh, it's worse than a fucking book. It's something I'm playing when I'm in the fucking toilet, pooping myself. Like, cool. The story's cool, but god damn it, there's so many fucking words. And most of the words don't... You can cut out, like, 4/5 of the whole fucking words, and nothing's gonna change because they love to patch stuff. Anyways, let's see the thing that you wanted to show me. Okay, wait. I need to make it small because how I usually play Limbus, I'm gonna show you. First, you go to audio, you mute it because it's goated music, but it's kind of distracting. You just put it windowed, perfect. You just make it like no, this is too much. You need to make it like a tiny little bit of this. Yeah, sure. You can put this. We're gonna put this here. I didn't want to put this here, but you make sure that you have a tiny space. You just need a tiny space. You put yourself like this, and you just start with the drive, go to Mirror World, and there's just win rate. On average, books have twice as many words as your guess at the Arknights event store word counts. I don't know how many words does that book have? How many words? At least one. I agree, at least one. But what word? But what book? I fucking hate using the AI, but let's just use the AI for... Okay, look. A novel has 7,000 words, okay? I will just take this, okay? How many words are in Arknights? chapters. Yeah, I know it's 50-50, but I just want to check it out. Okay, see, the first chapter, it's just 6,000 words. This is doable. 4,000 doable. 7,000 doable. 8,000 doable. You start here like pushing it a little bit more. 14,000. 33,000. 42,000. 71,000. 41,000, at least it went down. Oh no, 58,000. 44,000. 69,000. 22,000. 33,000. Yeah, no, it's too much reading. It's way too much reading. It's so many fucking novels, you know? What's the invitation of wine? Okay, let me see. Invitation to wine. Let's find it. Invitation to wine. Oh. What is this? 42,000 words! Invitation to wine is 42,000 words. I am not reading that on the stream. It's 42k. Near light. 65,000 words. Say 5 hours of reading. Il Siracusano. 55k. Lone Trail is 67. Spot on with the case. No. This is too much. To be honest, I just read the best part is just going to you go to the Arknights wiki, and you want a normal ass reading. You just put it here. You just go here. You just put chapter, whatever chapter you want, chapter 9, for example, and like, okay, what's the synopsis? And this is what happened. Perfect. How many words is this? Okay, let's pick everything. It doesn't even say how many words is this, but I would say around 200. Nice. As long as it's not the fandom. No, don't use the fandom wiki. Wiki GG. And then you read it, and it's like, oh, I understand what's happening. They add so many shit. I've tried, but it's so long. It is so fucking long. Anyways, I'm getting Wizardel. Okay, DMs. Let's finish this. It's almost 1 a.m. Could Freddy Fazbear storm Normandy? I mean, if he wanted. Oh no, wait, this is old. Okay, yeah, that does matter. Vaping isn't dong sakul. Fucking, I hate AI. Vaping isn't dong sakul. Vespa, have you seen Moses? Nope. He has man boobs. For who in the world would be so blind as to see such brilliance as Amir's Paul? Indeed, what a beautiful incandescent hues of teal. I am gonna fucking Hatsune Miku. Yeah, beat his ass, Miku. Kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you. Hatsune Miku, the true teal. This is what I meant by Hatsune Miku guy. Yeah. So stupid. So we're gonna need 6 or 7 more. 6, 7. I fucking love Kira. I really hope she doesn't die. She needs to join the company, you know? She absolutely needs to join the company. Watch us crack. I'm good, bro. Oh, the tomato. Okay. He avoided the tomato. Fuck, why am I in the... Never mind, I'm just gonna open everything. Justice. This thing. Okay. Someone else got hit, but my dumbass cropped it way too much. Good cropping. Curious to Sigma to die. Too much of an alpha. I hope. I don't want to see her dead, you know? G. A. G. Why G? Okay, what's the point of this? Gianni, 3 years. Okay, I have no fucking clue what this is. My pixels. The Chinese stole all the pixels, guys.
Are these for us? Let's find out.
What? Yes, sir. What is going on here? Gianna aka Gabriel Ultra Kill voice actor. Oh, okay. Okay. Juicy Suke. What? Juicy Suke? Why are you doing this? You already selected it. Why are you doing this? We just watched as our Juicy is just decapitated and turned into a mongoose figure. A mongoose. Juicies, guys, juicies. Absolute juicies. Absolute juicies, you know? Impressive. Good juicies. Absolutely goated juicies. 10 hours of Don Quixote fixer stories. 7 minutes of history in the Ring Academy. Oh my god, the ring, so boring. Don Quixote just tells good stories, you know? I could absolutely hear Don Quixote tell her fixer stories for hours. On end, you know? But I cannot finish this meme. Oh god damn it, that was the longest 25 seconds.
I'm blind. What is going on? Oh, okay. I'm not joking. The song is actually called... There's multiple nameless Vocaloid songs, bro. Name 5! Oh, wait. Nietzsche spoke of this. No, he didn't. Have you...
Okay, I didn't get that one. I am not joking. The song is actually called...
Oh, wait.
Bro, there's multiple nameless Vocaloid songs, bro. I get it now. I was too stupid.
Nietzsche spoke of this. No, he didn't. Have you read his works? No, have you? No. I'm blind. No. What is going on?
Hello, Burst.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we finished this. Well, guys, with that, the end draws near. As we are closer to the end with every passing day. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, or else you will become a nameless Vocaloid song that is forgotten in the annals of YouTube. And I said annals, not anus. So don't become a Vocaloid song because you want to fuck YouTube. Please. Please, guys, do not fuck YouTube. But do like and subscribe. Anyways, guys, good night. Well, at least Burst could come for the last jokes of the stream. Name 5 nameless Vocaloid songs right now. I have also, and I do love, and for the last, the best one is really good, you know. Good night, Burst. Scary toilet. Good night, everyone. Good night, guys. Bye-bye. I am going to sleep. We are live. Oh, this is wrong screen. Okay, ending soon. That was my god. Okay, good night, guys. Good night. I need to sleep. We went a little bit after hours. God damn it, we went after hours. You have to pay me like hourly. Just like the 4 a.m. You guys need to pay me hourly. You went off of quote. Now you have to pay me. Pay me, guys. Secret, don't translate that one. Good night, fraud. Don't call me a fraud. Fuck you, cats. Anyways, good night, guys. Oh no, good night, friend. That makes a lot more sense. Or how about Gung not and fuck? No, that cannot be it. Okay, well, guys, good night. Bye bye. It was family? Okay, makes sense. Good night. Go nuts, friends. Let's go nuts. Oh.